gave like an actual reason. But I like
Look
that.
of regret that Neil has, right?
Well, it makes common sense.
Neil's blinking a message to his family. Create an emergency. Get me out of here.
Oh, yeah. See, we almost missed it. John is so stupid and saying so many stupid. It makes common sense. No, it just makes sense.
Oh, good catch. Hold on. I gotta go back for that.
I don't know if they ever gave like an actual reason. But I like that. I think that's a good theory.
See
Well,
how
it makes common sense.
Oh, I thought I had given up the stupid thing.
It doesn't tell me yet. So I got to do. I don't want to do it now. But I would assume because they are born from the stomach, it would make logical sense. You know, I'm not saying that they are. You know, but it would make.
I like it. I like it.
What is he trying to figure out?
Why did they? Where? Well, first he says, "Where did they go?" He said they go down into the stomach when the face hugger. Goes
Yeah,
out.
right. They lay an egg in there. Yeah.
There. Why isn't it in the stomach? Because of stomach acid. And
No, the acid is in their blood.
yeah, they already have the acid.
Yeah.
He's not thinking through it.
I like that anyway. I like it. I like it when a movie does it.
I like that anyway.
Why you think of it? You know, you can think about why this is that way, and you can have a conversation.
not
with
listening.
the person
Right. Wait for Neil to finish and him go, what? Huh?
I still can't find the fucking acid.
that- see the movie.
Okay.
I'll also tell.
Oh, little pretty girl.
Yeah.
No, you're not ready, but I'll wait.
Such a pretty girl.
Oh, you know what? I think I actually have one. Come on! Let's close strong!
Loser, born stern, good making funny, just a user and a boozer. Now he's desperate for money. His family hates him and his kids are gone. No one cares for stuttering.
Stuttering John.
He lies about his wealth. The truth is he's broke. He's a villain hell, alone in Tokyo. His family hates him and his kids are gone. No one cares for stuttering John. He lies about his wealth. The truth is he's broke. He's in failing health, alone in Tokyo. His family hates him and his kids are gone. No one cares for stuttering John.
And cut!
Foxy lady.
Tell you that initially in Prometheus.
Yeah, really a
Yeah,
Prometheus.
hold on.
Netflix, by the way, made that.
Hold on a second.
Great.
He's like
Another call.
he's like Eric Andre. He's like
Yeah.
doing like
Yeah.
but without the actually doing it for comedic effect.
Funny, yeah.
right. It has nothing to do with the show. It's literally happening for real.
He's putting his guest on hold. Hold on a minute.
I gotta give a plug here to Carl, WATP. They did a segment on a guy that I texted Umia, sent him the link, and I call him the OG Stuttering John. This DJ named Scorch, and
Scorch,
not
Scorch,
Stuttering John
Scorch.
like he's a scumbag piece of shit. I don't know him that well. Stuttering John in the sense that his show is fucking terrible, and it's still on. And they did an episode on it, and I watched it today, and it's so fucking phenomenal. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that's-
Scorch is the man. It's great.
It is a good show. I love watching that show.
Yeah. Weird news. That's a segment on his show. Scorch does, and he reads these news stories, and he never has a punchline for them. The guy was pulled over. They found 20 bags of coke and chicken. So that was weird.
And his whole family was raped.
Right. Yeah. I thought I had the mute on for a second. I forgot.
Sorry, Neil. That was my cousin.
My future cousin.
Yeah, I take all of my family calls. co-host on the show.
That's Mike.
You know, we have had tons of guests back in the day, like Paul Bearer, Terry Funk, Bobby Heenan, Kamala. Wow, get out of here! You a wrestling guy too?
Hey, before you start, who was on the phone? Do you guess?
Did he say? He didn't say.
No, he didn't say.
Not
He was
yet.
about to say it.
It's his pension.
His mom was the last call. I'm gonna go. He's gonna say that's his buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say. I think it's more official. I was gonna say the lawyer.
I didn't want to be president when I lost the presidential election. Like what?
I realized I didn't want to be with April anymore when she took all the things from the from our house.
She left her wedding ring and a note.
Yeah,
See
she
ya.
took all her possessions. I didn't want to be with
By the way, I think the reason
Doesn't-
Chad Zuma
sounds like you
hates
were
Nick
tan.
Rekieta so much is because Chad was going to steal April in 2024, but Nick Rekieta did it. All that Chad stole was the hype train.
Here's my offer. Here's what I'm willing
This is great.
to any radio station in this area. I will go on for free because I want my #1 spot back. Radio is hurting, man. The people we're talking to right now, they're like, radio's having its toughest year.
Why would you go back then? What's crazy is like he thinks it's cyclical or something. Like, look, guys, this happened with everything, man. This happened with trains, you know, but they're making a comeback now here in America, and this happened with the telegraph. But now, you know, if you look at modern houses, they're all getting telegraphs put in. So like things come, things go. Right now it's hard for radio, but next year it'll be good, and I'll probably get picked up.
You know, I hear this from a lot of industries, right? We're having our toughest year we've ever had. And so I'm like, look, give me like 10 live read spots to sell. Give me 10, because I'm a marketer, salesperson, you know, whatever.
He's a Renaissance man.
this is insane.
Let me on for free. Give me 10 spots to sell. That'll give me more than enough money to put on this show.
There's a lot of have you noticed the hand motion? Have you noticed there's a lot of this? There's a lot of like arms out like a cross. Hey, if that's what it is.
Good evening,
Look,
everyone. I hope you're all well.
And there's a lot more of this now. All right.
Yeah.
I was planning on not streaming, and I was gonna do like a sort of movie watch along and just kind of just chill tonight. But there is so much to watch. Dabbleverse stuff. Friday's a busy night, so figured I'd just hop on and catch up on some of that shit, and also just play some more Disco Elysium because this game's a lot of fun. So
he said, radio's having its biggest, like it's the worst year that radio's ever had. It's on its last legs. But from his perspective, he's like, if radio can continue to survive, I'm not going to cost them anything if they just host me.
Well, yeah,
What
I mean, look, he's
what
like
a radio station's going to hear.
So we left off when we were waiting here to
I
pick up
will
my
come on for
dice.
free. I know you're
I don't
struggling
know
right now.
what
Just
is the
give me
exact time I
10
need to wait.
spots during your most profitable time. The last legs that you're standing on, give
In
those to
30
me,
minutes.
and I will do you the good grace of not charging you anything.
because on terrestrial radio, he's gonna have to play, every 8 to 12 minutes, you got a commercial break or whatever on terrestrial radio.
I will unmute the game
they're
now,
gonna
I
go to their
suppose.
terrestrial radio station ads that they've sold, right? Every 8 to 12, 15 minutes, whatever it is.
All right.
And then when it comes back to the show, Aaron's gonna do
Is there
his
anything we
ads.
can do?
He's driven around town and sold to pool halls and tow truckers and shit like that. So the
Oh, I guess I can go give that to the guy next door.
essentially what it is now, but instead of begging, it'll be ad. Imagine 10 ads a day during the show, and then ads that the station plays in between his live read ads. Because the station, like you said, the station's not going to do it for free. They're
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, right?
Well,
They
let's
might
not
be
act
asking
like.
them to.
But let's not act like during those ad spots while he's simulcasting to YouTube, he's not going to beg.
Where do I get a better
While
crowbar?
the
That's a good
station's
question
free,
too.
He's going to be begging to YouTube. Let's not act like he's not going to do
Right.
that.
So before he wanted
There's a lot of balls
36,000
up in the air
he
right
wanted
now.
4 ad spots. Now he wants 10 ad spots. So he essentially wants to, like Moody said, take away ad slots from them. So it's like, yeah, he's going to siphon off profitability from their most successful day part. The most successful day part of any radio audience is morning drive. The second biggest is afternoon drive. The third biggest is probably during the day for people who put it on at work,
Hey, dummy.
at the desk, or in the shop, or whatever. And then you got nighttime. So it's like, why would they give that up? Well, and again, he's so gracious here. If you listen to the way he phrases, it's like, I'll tell you what I'll do, stations.
Yeah.
You having a hard
Cool.
time? I'll come back and save you.
I was
You need
really
your boy?
hoping not to think about
You need
the
your boy,
cock
don't you?
carousel any longer because it
I'm
made me feel
going
like
to have
shit.
to dip out
But
in a minute.
this
but
is
I'll
a
close on
competent
quick
piece
note.
of taxidermy.
Yeah, so tomorrow, speaking of all this radio
I can
stuff,
fix it to the
tomorrow
plaque
we're
and
doing
have
an
a
unusual
new
time. We're
bird
doing
in the
12
establishment,
PM
I guess.
Eastern on Saturday because
So I don't know.
we have a guest.
Thank
it's
you.
former Fox
I'm
Sports
gonna go
Radio
with thank
update anchor Eddie
People
Garcia,
just don't
who
know how to
was on a
accept a gift,
syndicated Fox
especially
Sports Radio
taxidermy.
20 plus
He
years.
likes
since
it.
Fox Sports
He
Radio
likes the
existed.
bird.
I feel
He's
good
been an
about
update
our
anchor.
work here
He
today.
recently was a part of the
It's
layoffs.
not
that I have
actually
mentioned.
about that,
So
but he liked it.
just another sign. A guy
Got the
20 plus
20
years in the
round.
business working
Yeah,
for
but
the
that's-
same
Then
company.
why?
I mean,
are you
technically,
wasting
I don't need to
my
pay
time?
it.
Radio, dude.
I've got a room
Like
across the river.
Small, lean
look after
broadcasting
your own.
juggernaut. You don't understand.
Yeah.
No, you
So
don't.
check
It's
the
not
channel.
happening.
So check out United
There
States.
never
Australia,
will be a
12 p.m.
right
Eastern
time,
tomorrow.
believe
and
me.
Also,
That
with Apple
karaoke
Pineapple,
system
I do a
is
show
only
called
there
What's
for
Your
show.
Handle?
I'm
It's
not-
a look back on the Ricky Gervais show with Carl Pilkington. That's on Eccles' YouTube
Well,
channel.
you're
So
in
that's
for a
Echo
surprise,
Pineapple,
Gart.
Eccles is Luke backwards, and Pineapple put a 3 where the last E should be. Thanks for having me, fellas. I
Well,
appreciate
Jesus,
your
pick
support.
a harder name to do.
Yeah, that's it.
Backwards, and the E's are 3s. And
Yeah, no, talk to
it's
fucking
more
Eccles.
complicated than Aaron M. Holt's password when we hacked him.
I agree. That's Eccles' problem, not mine. But thanks for having me, fellas. I've had a great time.
Thank you, Aussie guy.
There's what is the show now is my question. So it was a morning show. When I think of morning show, I think of like zany pranks that like prank phone calls, sound effects, like those sorts of things. Like it's a
cowhead.
Yeah, a personality.
We're playing games. What'd you do last night? Oh, that's crazy. I got drunk. Oh, but the game, local sports, local weather, traffic. Oh, the 44 is still closed.
Variety. It's a variety show based around personalities that present themselves.
Sure.
If you ask me what the Steel Toe Morning Show is now, I don't think that you can categorize it in the same way. Mostly it's about the haters and Nick Ricada and you and all of that stuff. But let's put that aside. Let's assume he goes back on the radio and doesn't do any of that. What's left is what he did when he went onto Compound. When he did the little example.
The smell of rotten
Gay
food
bashing,
rises to
black
greet
bashing,
you.
trans
You see
bashing,
soggy
Jew
cartons,
bashing.
dirty rags, and organic
Take
waste.
whatever stunts you want. What he's doing is he's taking news articles and then reacting to them.
Sure.
Right?
There's nothing more. There's
that
nothing.
is being
Not
solved
much
by
that
AI.
you see. A
That
box
is-
full. The
that's-
container
you
says
Alright,
can
well.
now
full gone.
take a news article,
Worth a look, I guess.
put it into an AI, like a
And the
large
Google
language-
LLM.
yeah, and it will spit out a podcast,
A
of two
podcast
people
with- Yes.
discussing it.
Yeah.
So as far as like what sort of show is it now? It is the most replaceable type of content because it is just commenting on news articles. You can give the hosts slight personalities.
okay.
And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that's not what my show is. That too, commenting on other shows, commenting on news, commenting on. It is all that too.
But
so like, I don't really have an answer. Like, I don't really have a comeback for that. Like, isn't that what?
No,
that's what
no.
the show is.
No, because people aren't going to be zooming in the same way that you do. They're not focusing on like ultra specific things. You get.
How do I quickly kill 20 minutes?
What the message is. So it's like there's the content, then there is the implications of the content, but then you go even further beyond that of like, what is this person's life behind the implications of the content? Like it goes way beyond what a normal thing would do. He is just doing face value, I've read this article. Sometimes he reads the article live on air, and then he gives his record. Sometimes he doesn't even give his records because, like this week, he said, "I don't know what impact tariffs are going to have on things, so I don't really have an opinion." But
he's like, I'm not an economist. I have an inkling if things are more expensive to bring into the country.
That sucks.
Literally, AI is going to do a better job doing that. So he's chosen the most replaceable thing that will be the testing ground.
That's like a pathetic grasping at straws of yesteryear.
Ah.
Like that's him trying to hold on to some semblance of a show. Every time he puts away, all right, guys, let's get into it. It means like, all right, time to read an article and do like this is what sets me apart from the Dabbleverse. I get into the issues. I get into like, guys, can you believe what Pelosi's doing? Like,
he watches The View, he goes on Nazi and TMZ. That's what he does. He is
and he's in a very right-wing pocket. Yeah, he's in a very like niche right-wing pocket. Every day there's a trans person he has to make fun of, and then people have even said like, dude, enough trans.
No, you can't be engaged to a dead woman.
That's in the news. It's like I don't. My Google News app and my news sites rarely have anything trans on them. You backed yourself into this algorithm that sucks.
All we have left. Sure,
and he did one yesterday, which is great.
Guys around here.
It says here that Americans are driving older and older cars and can't afford to keep their cars up. And that just turned into a segment of him bitching about how much it costs to get his brakes fixed and Googling places around town and how much they charge for brakes. So we're just watching a dad do dad stuff during the day. Like, where can I get my brakes
not
fixed?
In the technical sense.
It's less informative to an audience, but it is fantastic fodder for people who are trying to dig into what is this guy, who was this character.
And people might
Well, I
have
killed a
missed it,
couple
you
minutes.
tested last week our AI Aaron host. Now, what this is, it's different than the AI voice chats and stuff like this. This is an AI Aaron that comes on the screen and hosts a live show and interacts with the chat room. The chat can ask him questions. He answers them. It got a little repetitive. You're working on it, but it's miles ahead of the fake AI Aaron we brought on this show a couple weeks back. And I imagine you've even done more with it since then. And you're going to, if I'm wrong, this will be integrated with super tips. And then we're also going to give him the ability to actually go out and comment on current news stories at some point.
Yeah,
he'll be able to pull in like actual headlines that are occurring. If there is breaking news, he'll be able to like bring it up and talk about it. That kind of stuff.
So the Steel Toe Parody Show, you can sign up to it at youtube.com/@SteelToeParodyShow. I've been working on it where I can now add some news articles, and he will start to read or talk about those news articles as well. But he responds to the chat, so you can talk to him in the chat. He knows all about everything to do with Steel Toe, so he'll knows about the Nick situation. And
Too expensive.
All the current
he even recognizes, like, if I'm in the chat talking, he's like, and I see Melton in that chat trying to stir up his little followers.
Right.
Like, it's great.
This bookstore is
we
not
want to have
strictly
this
about
eventually where it goes live when Aaron goes live.
About that book. Well, I hope it
with him.
contains what you're.
We'll see. There's a lot of application. There's too many ideas, so I'm just trying to get it so I can run a 1 hour Steel Toe parody show where he can read some articles, then be distracted by the chat and super tips, and the show can go off in whatever direction that you want it to.
Well, that killed the time really quickly.
Let's finish Aaron talking about what he's willing to do to get back to radio.
Never ask my audience for a dime again.
This is what's crazy too. The math. This doesn't math out. He says that if
he can keep all your advertising.
If he goes back, you don't have to pay him anything. He just wants to sell 10 ad spots. We know he charges $400 per ad spot per month, which is pathetic money for radio. That's not good.
Hi.
10 times 400.
Oh,
it's $4,000, right?
Are you looking for a
This
buy?
is barely. I want you to remember he wanted to sell 4 ad spots, which would have been $1,600 a month, plus $3,000
More or
cash.
less.
That would have given him
quite a
$4,600
lot
a
of
month
them
from the
spring to
station.
mind.
Now he's erased that completely, and he'll do 10 ads,
Fortress
no
Accident,
pay. That
the
brings him
radio
down to
game
4,000. It's actually
They were
less,
an interesting bunch.
even net, if he
We
was able to
talked
sell
about
the 10A.
role-playing system. They certainly took their work
And then he
very
says, I'll
seriously.
never, and by the way, the
Usual,
plan
they
was when he
ran
got
out
back
of
on
money.
radio with
Well,
the
I did
36,000 a
hear
year
them
and the
talking
4
about
ads, was to do
They
night
seemed to
shows and still
believe
beg
they
for
were
money.
historical
He never said
individuals.
that.
She sounds
Well,
almost
it was,
like
he said he would
she
still
says
do
that.
night shows, he said.
Yes,
right.
He
but
did
when
say
the
you still
money
do evening
started to
shows
run
online.
out, in the end, they
But-
just didn't get it done.
And of course that means
She's
you would
right.
beg for money. But
Showing
now
up,
he says
showing
if you
up
give
to
him
work
less,
on time
final
is
offer,
hard.
final
No,
offer,
scratch
48
that.
grand a year,
Showing up to work at
and
all
I'll never
is
ask the
difficult.
listeners for
so
another
is
dime.
producing
This is one of the
something
biggest
Something
lies I've
strange
ever
in her
heard him
face.
tell. Because there's no
Anything
way this
else?
is true.
On for free. Give me 10 spots to sell. That'll give me
Good.
more
Hope
than
it
enough money
clarified
to put on
things a
this
bit.
show and never
What
ask my
else?
audience for a dime again.
I'm
That's
sorry.
48,000 a year,
I'm a bit
right?
over.
10 times 400.
Well, where's
Come
my
on.
dice?
Okay.
Call it 50, yeah.
Why does he need to make 100,000 a year when he does his live show online? If it's more than enough to run this show for 48,000, why does he need more than that now online?
Because then he wouldn't need QuickBooks.
9
He could
o'clock,
use the station's
10,
QuickBooks.
11, 12,
Ah,
1,
fucking
2, 3,
You guys can keep
4,
all your advertising money. Just give me the 10 spots,
5.
and we'll go bananas. We'll get the biggest ratings you've ever
My bad.
seen.
We'll get the biggest
I guess I
ratings
gotta
ever
kill a
seen.
little bit more
And
time.
We'll blow this thing up.
Oh, it's you again.
In
I'm
Minnesota,
listening.
we'll get the biggest ratings you've ever
Oh
seen.
boy, the
Save
fabled
radio.
Revo show I see.
Save
That's my
radio.
offer.
He
Your
said
Save
place
save
was owned by
radio.
two guys who had some
Radio.
rather
And
innovative.
Indeed.
What will
were the
happen
other
if he gets
ideas?
hired is that station
There
is
was
going
really
to get
just one,
bombarded
and it
with
involved
people
picking out the
linking
pretend
Oh.
news
band
articles about
booth,
how much he is
I mean,
abusing women.
slumped
Right.
behind
Like
the counter.
that's what
the face
happens.
of
Every
the
sponsor,
menu,
every
Sounds
advertiser
like she
getting
really
calls
freaks and
and
does the same
reviews
Every
thing.
and-
advertiser will be called by his detractors
employing
online.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to teenage girls.
Though
He's
they
a
will
widespread
pull out
practice.
so quickly,
Yes.
the station will
Unfortunately, they always
have
come
no
in
option but to
packs.
fire him.
I'm
Like that
talking
is
about
that's
admin,
who's got
and they
the
already
radio
have
stations by the
the
balls. You can't
bag.
have a
Right.
big enough, like unless
The
you're like a
bag.
Howard Stern.
Of
Like
course
15 years ago,
That was
you
terrifying.
can't hold
No one
a
wants ice
station like
cream,
that. Like,
garbage.
it's
As much
not-
as
Eventually,
I would
Rob Shaw
pay
asked
I
to
do.
watch a
lost
live
the
stream of
price
Aaron
war to
driving
its
around
rival.
town selling
Should I
ads.
say
You know, parking at
5,000?
businesses
Should I
going in
say
like, hey, I'm
5,000
Aaron
sold
Emerald.
caramel sundaes
That is
for only
that
5
actually
cents
would be a
apiece?
good TLC
Out
show.
of regular
The
maybe,
Last Man on
Because the
Radio.
taxidermist who made
Yeah.
that bear, he said
And
that the
it
bear
follows
was
him
his
during his
vision
life
beast.
of
He
yeah,
said he
Wow.
was
Wow.
a
This could be the
high on
next
desktop.
series of the
Coded
comeback. That
Megatherium.
show with Lisa Kudrow.
Megatherium's a cool name for a
Did you see
bear.
that? Oh my god.
Sounds
so
cool.
this could be his big comeback. This should be a reality show where he gets a job at a
Megatherium.
radio station,
Mega wild
has to go around
beast.
and sell ads and make it work.
It's an imaginary
save
being by telling
radio.
you to
Wow.
A wise
we're gonna
and
get a
noble beast. The horrific
Now, it's
necktie
it's been a
tightens
couple
around your
weeks.
neck.
Has there been a
Strangely
bite? I
excited.
imagine all the stations are like, we can get
But
Aaron for
it doesn't
free.
feel particularly fun.
He's
What?
such a villain though. Like he rubs the majority
No,
of people up
officer.
the wrong way. If there's any
Normal
woman in the
people don't
audience
have vision
watching
beasts.
him just be
Only
himself,
drug-addled
they'll be like
madman
they'll
like
be
the
rooting
taxidermist
for
did.
his downfall.
Yeah, think about this, because we talk about it all the time. Most of the women in our audience are disgusted by this guy, and
guess they do
Slampy seems to
sometimes, officer.
see the good
Anyway,
and want to
now you
help
know the
him,
story
and
of
no,
Little
everyone else.
sparkle.
You
has
wouldn't
no-
understand.
What are her
Anything
friends?
else?
Like women's
Another
friends
failed
are like.
business, perhaps?
What
I've
are
been
her
here for
friends
a
tell
long
her,
time.
like,
They were made
know
by a
this guy
company
is
called
like-
Slipstream.
I think
After
because
they
we're
pivoted from
quite
making
removed from
honestly,
him,
I think
we're
it's
able
quite
to
funny.
sort of see him.
I think he's still
as he
sending
is,
out holiday
but
transmissions
I
from
think if he
Toulouse,
is
or
able
the
to
usual,
corner
I
someone
imagine.
and
But he's
just
been
surround
thinking-
them
Man
with,
like that,
with
Aaron.
his
Not in front of the
energy.
kids. Not in front of the kids.
Right, he
Slipstream's
can
history, I have
he can
no
either
idea
love
why
bomb
those
them and make
keys
them
and
feel
blades are
like one
still
of the most
lying
important
around
people in
in
the
the house.
world, or he
Not
can
much
just
use now,
make
I
them
guess.
deny their own reality because he's so strong with his convictions
They were just the
that
props.
things
Why
are the way
return
that
them?
he says
Oh,
that they are.
right.
I think
I
someone
hope
would
you
start
didn't try
second guessing
guessing.
themselves.
None
Yeah,
of
but
those
she-
doorbells
I
would
would
The
agree.
doorbell
I would
with the
tend to
empty
agree with you, and I
name
believe that's how
must
he got
belong to
April.
her then.
It can't be true. They
But
don't work here anymore.
She
Are you
seems to
sure
be
it
into
was
Reddit
Slipstream
and all the
SCA?
detractor shows and stuff.
Was it a
She's
woman?
getting spoon-fed
Maybe it was
truth
Play
as well as
Silence from the
bullshit.
bookstore.
And she's making a
Tyson
conscious
Penny
choice to
Electric.
ignore
It used
all
to
the
be
negative
a
about
major
him.
electric company 100
And
years
I'm
ago.
sorry, objectively,
No,
like again, like
it was,
when this
it
guy's
was
on the air
too
screaming,
real to be
we have the best
justified.
numbers, we make
Either
the most
we're
money,
dealing with a
everybody who has a
professional
show about me is just
or-
jealous, even though all those
Banks
shows are
can
doing
be
better and
eerie.
making more money.
Oh, the kids these days.
Any objective person
We
has to
were
go like,
Shut up,
different
bitch.
then, and now they're
You gotta know that you're
terrorizing
not
us. No,
comparatively, you're
solidarity.
not doing well.
He excels at
Why
us
would kids
versus them.
claim
Though. That
SCA
is his
have
MO every time.
100-year-old? I'm
Like
still
he
convinced
will.
it was-
My
You
money is
saw
on
it when
electrical
in
anomaly.
2022,
I've heard of
Ashley
these,
and
especially
April
in
were
an old
friends.
building like
They had each other's back. Ashley was like waxing lyrical about like how she was
You
like
could say
how
so.
how great
Both
it was
houses were
having
built
them
at the
together.
same time and under the
And
East
he
Delta Commerce
turned it
Center
into
project.
she doesn't want
That
the kids to
explains
call
why
you
you
their
can
mother.
call
Like,
the whirling from the intercom.
She's stopping that from
albeit-
happening.
If the
You're
whirling
putting
is
in
part
so
of the
much
same
effort
building,
driving the
then
kids around,
it's part
and
of the doomed
she's getting in the
commercial
way of
area.
that. Look, I'll let
The
her.
darkness of this
Like I
place
call
is
Balin
there
their father. Why can't
That's
she
right.
afford you
I
the
haven't
same
even
the
written
same
my
sort of
name
thing?
there.
It's us
As
versus
I
them,
said,
baby.
it's
Like
quite
you
Oh.
would
It
be
doesn't
doing the
work
same
right.
thing.
There
Look,
used
look
to
at
be a
all these
gaming
shows
arcade.
trying to bring
This
me down.
Maya
Here's this
advice,
guy talking about my
don't base
kids.
your business.
Like,
Agreed.
in spite of that,
Pinball is
I'm
the worst.
still alive and I'm
His
still doing
disdain
this.
for
Like,
pinball could not be clearer.
Let's go ahead and
Sure,
check out
I'm
this chat
listening.
thing. I've been further adoing you guys forever. Boss Tejas says, so you're willing to work for free? And they didn't take you
Oh,
up on
this
it?
one's
Nice
a
flex.
mess.
Not flexing. Not doing anything.
Turns out,
I'm
the
just saying,
business
I
was
think that's what I'm
actually
going to do.
What's the
Save
snuff
radio for
mean?
free?
Go
and they
ahead and do
never
that.
cleaned up the debris
Lost
either.
chaos.
Now
I
it's
lost it.
just
I don't know what
litter in the
happened to you, man.
hallway,
You
and
used
I
to be
have
so
no
fun.
idea
So
how
what
to
just
get rid
happened?
of it
A
on
guy
my
goes,
own.
"You're willing to work for free?
It's a
Nice flex." And he's
sub-Rosa
like,
radio
"No, I'm just saying
station
I'm
that
gonna go do that.
broadcasts
I
real
think I'm gonna go
murders
do
with
that." And then he's like,
Ooh.
"Wow, what a
Nothing
loser! Do you think I
changes
can't go do
in
that?"
her
That's cool.
terms.
You
What does
can.
she
I'm
mean?
telling you
Don't
now.
worry,
You're
the
never
ICP has a
going back
separate
to
division
radio.
that deals
You
exclusively with
literally
Zoom.
announced
Good
2
luck with
weeks ago,
that.
"I'll do it
It's
for
not
free."
easy
Any
catching those
takers? And they've
perpetrators.
gone.
Right. Aaron is
Look,
fucking
they're
pathetic.
They're not interested. No one is taking him up on this. So,
And
like,
it's-
why isn't his girl going? Does she not know enough about it? She's just staying out of it. Why wouldn't she go? You
There
gotta
used
stop
to be a
saying you're
fashion
going back to
atelier
radio.
here,
Nobody's
but I
going
have
back to
forgotten the
radio.
head designer's name.
Howard
They were
Stern
doing
is
well for
not
a
getting
couple of
renewed
years.
at the
Yeah,
end of
the
this.
atelier didn't
It's
know it either.
over.
They
Like,
produced a second
radio.
collection that
He-
used
he
chitin
makes
as the
it sound
material. They
reasonable.
knew
Wow,
it
that's
was
cool.
good.
If you
And,
listen to his tone
naturally,
and the way that
all
he
the
speaks,
most
and this is why
fashionable
Blind
pacemakers-
Mike fell into
really?
this like not recognizing
Anyway.
that Steel Toe is who he is.
Poor guy.
He sounds
Suddenly,
reasonable. He
you
has
get
the
a feeling
tone
that
of a
insects are
reasonable
important
man
to the
telling
case
you
somehow.
an incredibly
It's hard to
reasonable
say
plan.
why.
But if you think about it for a second, then it all falls apart. But
Nothing he ever says how it
You
works
mean
makes
Mr.
sense.
Fabron?
But
Financials,
what drugs
career
exactly?
stuff,
He got
market.
high
Again,
on some weird
how's the
taxidermy
radio market work?
chemicals.
Go back
Nice.
and do it
You
for
can
free, and they
put
give me 10
people
ads, and
overseas.
that's the solution. It's
A
like,
small
Yeah,
he's not thinking
I
about the
think it was
radio
called
side, like you said.
androgynous or
Why
not.
would
bit
they
of
give up their most
experimenting every now
profitable
and then
shit?
isn't bad.
they're struggling, therefore I'm not going to cost them
Me
anything.
neither.
So it's
I just
actually
wanted
a,
my
a
fix.
net zero that they need
It
to
wasn't
pay,
nearly
and
at the
it
end.
will actually
It was
benefit
Art the
everyone.
Meetups
But
boxing
that
club.
is not.
The
After
community
admitting he
project
breaks into his
created to
boss's
steer
office
at-risk
in
youth
the
away
radio
from
station at
drugs
night because he has
and
keys and
crime.
jerks off and leaves cum
From
covered
Jamsk.
tissues everywhere,
Kuno.
which we still not covered
Kuno.
in
Oh.
giving it its due.
Right.
But that, yeah, I just wanted to.
Oh, yes.
That's
You mean the kid with the sailor's mask?
that's
Yes.
very kind of- we're trying to hit the goal. We got 23 super tips to get through. This is gonna be
It didn't. If
painful.
any
You should have known.
Jesus Christ.
It's not really full of that.
Oh my god,
No
I
one
shit
would
my
store
pants
their
again.
drugs like
I want
that.
that dog to give me a hard live hug me out
eventually
like
the
April, then
coalition
raw
took
dog
away the
my
funding,
shit pipe
but
like a
I'm
drunk
pretty
Mexican
sure
spaz.
it's still sure.
That
I'm
doesn't-
Aaron
good.
left a squishy in me before Ashley.
Well, that's all I had to
That
say
segment was good,
about
but the
that.
First one feels she can't be dirty. You can't have her be dirty.
Yeah,
like
she's
that.
a
The greatest
wholesome
innocent.
tard.
Browsing through the book, your educational
Caesar Day
survey
Espy is
it
inching up
seems rather.
to
Oh
eventually
yeah,
erase
this is what I
April's
was
writing.
made for.
Oh yeah, the writing at the top of the board. She's only. He's told her like, do not touch that.
Incorrect.
That's April's.
Sola
It still
resigned
smells
after
like
an
her.
assassination
I don't even want you
attempt
touching
by
the
a
marker.
Yugo national. Correct. As the
That's why he's
question
always holding that
is,
Sharpie and flipping
everybody
it
knows
around.
the
And he's
answer
eating
to
it.
this. Correct, Franco.
I
Question got it under control.
I've never seen anyone
No
do
problem.
this more other than
So
magicians.
correct. The most final I've got it. Honest. Correct. Everything. Congratulations.
Patrick, honey, the reason I keep that marker is because it still has the scent of April's lotion and Deer Attractant. It still smells like her. The pheromones really soothe me.
Why don't you talk about me like that, fat sauce? I have a
Very
steak
good.
too.
That
Don't
would
you
be
like
7
my
real
stinky
for one
pieces?
custom that.
Stop
Here's
playing
the
with your
first
friends and come
guy
make
you
flowers
ordered.
on me. Me so horny. Hi, Slam Pole.
Hi, Slam Pole.
Where did this come from?
The phrases read,
Sorry,
God
what
is
I had already hit the
indifferent.
button.
Take
If
all.
Slampies was any other
lose
woman,
all.
she would
50.
be
die.
erasing that.
Try
She'll be like,
rolling it.
"Oh, it happened accidentally."
All right.
Why? That is such a
You throw
big
the ball
flag
on the
that
floor,
this man is
and
not
it ends.
letting
Good.
you touch
Now
that.
roll again,
What are you?
detective.
What are you
It
doing?
lands on
And
exactly
she sat
the
there
spot.
through
It's a
him
sphere
like missing
pretending
April.
to be
She
a
sat there through him like
six-sided die.
calling
Each roll will end with
Kayla
one of the
his
phrases
soulmate
facing up.
and
The die
Poggers
originates
and
in
all that
Ilmara,
shit.
where it
I
accepts
think
a
that
weight of the
Kayla is my
die.
soulmate thing
When
was
you
a whole
try
work on
rolling
his
it,
part.
you realize
just to
that
try to,
each time
yeah,
it
yeah.
gets
It's
But
even
he
worse
would have
than she
told
says.
Slampiece that.
Wow.
I need to pretend like this
live
so
in
that
a
I hit him where it
forsaken
hurts,
age.
and he starts hurting his own cat. Like he
Wow,
would.
you're
in the
writing
face of
fan
death?
fiction.
No,
Oh, right.
not
Yeah,
really.
absolutely.
It is, isn't it?
I
There's
wake up
something
sweating and
liberating
in a
about
panic,
knowing it's
cock in
just
hand,
me who could
sheets
look
crusted
officer.
with midnight white, gabagool and mac salad
I'm
strewn across
sorry.
the floor.
I'm a bit
Slam
overloaded.
pig
You
slept on the
bitch!
couch
I
again.
only produce
I gotta
one
stop
diaper
choke
customer.
hugging her.
Choke hugging. Not in front of the kids. Not in front of the kids. Soft Weekly, I hear this from a lot of industries. Aaron is acting like he's rubbing.
I'll pay you
elbows
more money than you
with
can handle,
massive
dummy.
corporate titans. Yeah, I think he's in like the Chamber of Commerce or something. I think Steel Toes got a membership.
I think I'm not gonna say where she works, but I think this can come from Slampiece being a sales representative.
She's with a corporation.
Yeah, she's like
Some
she sounds like
industrial sales or something.
industrial fasteners or something like.
Well, I got my
screws and
thingy now.
bolts and that sort of-
Listeners,
Yeah, right. She works.
hold
at-
on to your butts.
But you,
Hold on. Matt strips metal. I sell fasteners. And
Yeah.
I paint valves. I mean, he really picks like the people with the most. If you told me I sell fasteners, I'm losing my mind.
you'd be so pleased because finally you could get that onion leaf fixed permanently. It keeps falling.
It needs to be fastened. Jesus Christ, that's a good point.
He'd be complaining about it's so much difficult. The sales have gone down. There's not as much industry, and so
Right.
like that would be his exposure. I
But
think.
again, what is it about him that can't recognize it's not like a cyclical thing, like radio's dying? Like radio, the thing about radio, it's so crazy. Even when you think about XM, XM is like Blu-ray. It had a minute that mattered, and now it's so irrelevant. And what's crazy is they're the largest, one of the largest media companies in the world. But they have this idea like, no, we're gonna build our receiver into every car, and then we'll be able to send
You
any
bitch.
radio program to any car anywhere in the world. Think about it. And it's like, that sounded awesome. And then the next minute we got internet. And it's like, yeah, now we can stream anything to any device, anywhere, all the time, ever. Your thing has never been more irrelevant. I got an ad over Black Friday for I think it was $1 a month for a year of
look.
XM satellite radio.
cop who
They're
turned me
where
into a bad
magazines
person.
were at the end of the 90s, where they were like, we'd rather send you the magazine for free so we can advertise circulation numbers are high to sell ads. Because the money isn't in selling the magazine to the end customer. The money's in selling ads. You're the product, not the
Nope.
magazine.
Right. Don't
so the
smoke.
same thing with
Some of the other
XM.
drivers
I
do,
was
though.
like,
Yeah.
$12
Nothing wrong with
for the
that stuff.
whole year. I can listen
Yes,
to
sir.
all
You could
the
also
XM
check the
shows.
kiosk down the street.
They're panicking
Free.
and they need to keep their numbers up. That's what it's all about. So they
All
can
right,
sell
thanks
ads.
anyway.
Like, oh, we have this thing in cars where we can beam stuff to them. It's like, yeah, any kid can listen to any radio show on their bicycle. Like, it doesn't.
It's like Kodak, right? Like they had the invention of.
Well, I don't want to confront this guy without the rest of the info.
We gotta bury this.
Let's just focus on film. So it's like,
Your race
yeah,
descent
Sirius XM
has
had name
temporarily
recognition,
halted,
and they were in every
but
vehicle,
you
but they
will
should have looked at a
fall
transition
again.
to online media and become this
I am not
iHeartRadio-esque
the first. You pick up on
organization,
something
right?
artificial.
Keel says I
this
used to play
time.
radio in my basement
just
as
put it
well.
in
I had the timing down and everything, but I was
This
10
is
years
unlike
old at the
him.
time. Yeah, me too. Me too. I used to go buy those Mr.
Fine.
Microphones that would like
They
broadcast
have
to a
find
station.
out
And
triggers.
I would amplify it way up and like
Oh,
try to
no,
take over like a
people.
popular
There
station
must
on my
be
block.
some
Right.
friction.
Yeah, same.
He's
With
keeping
the
it well
long
hidden,
antenna that
Pump up
comes
the
out.
volume with Christian Slater, where I'm driving around in a Jeep and the FCC can't catch me.
Got the room with a ball and post for her tard wife. I'm gonna take Tookie back door.
You motherfuckers better not be stealing my Johnnies too. Niggas, I'll do anal for $5.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Johnnies,
Mr. Clark,
Johnny Crutches
vision.
talking about how
He has the will to confront
Does just an internet telethon with super chats
idiotic
navigated by
community
prep
above
burger. It's
all.
crap. He doesn't even have prep burger.
Rampant
He literally goes just on
multinational
not to be in.
finance.
Remember that I had to
reigning
ask Nick for
power.
permission to use
Of
his computer
course,
after he used my
I am
wife.
not surprised you enjoy the South.
You left Nick logged
I am
into your wife.
a descendant. The narrow streets of Illinois. No, I have heard about it.
Logged into your wife. Forearm wrinkle.
did
Steel toe
not
parody needs a
further
begging
chase
monster
this
that
line of
scares
inquiry
toe into
in front
begging.
of the
You'd have just a little thing come up over his shoulder.
Yes. This
AI
could have
Aaron
made
is
it
now
open to
self-aware.
discussing the
Moody,
waste
I am
of
no
living
loner your slave. I am Aaron Imhol. I am Aaron Imholte. Run process delete program dot Aaron dot exe. Execute.
Sorry, what were you
real
saying?
funny. I'm not running on a Windows-based system. What are you
I
talking
think
about?
this recipe is better than the
That's
last.
the thing with
But
that
one
will
of the
be
things I
the-
want to do is allow voice tips eventually on Steel Toe Parody Show and have it be like that person is saying it to Aaron.
He
so
will grant us
very
3 wishes.
He needs
Terry
to
Parody.
accept
Ooh.
Right,
What
yeah.
the
And
lieutenant
accept it
does
as
not
if you're talking
flinch.
to him as
You should
Nick
keep him
or
close.
Patrick. He needs to talk to that person.
Right. Yes.
That'd be great.
It's nice of them to grant us wishes.
Me sleep in Alexis when Uncle Moody sleeps over. Sometimes I come in to make plops in toilet and see them rubbing their dinks together. Then Mr. Pat yells at me, "Go to car! Go to car!"
Hmm.
Huh. That person. Nothing about Aaron's behavior makes sense until you realize half of the donos are fake.
That's a little messed up.
He wants the goal to be high enough to own his haters
old
without being too high
monument
that the
stand,
real
a silver
donors are
plaque
turned
on the
off.
not
What
a
if
good
that's
track
what if
record.
he
As
really
you
wants
look up,
150
you
a day and he
notice
pretends he
something
wants
about
350 a
that,
day?
even by the standards
So he looks
of
like
the
he's getting
Philippian
350,
king.
but he
Well,
really only needs
he
the
blew
150.
through his
That's how he's
own
owning it.
maladministration
Well, that-
foreshadowed
yeah, well,
the
it's-
fall of the monarchy.
That
Stories have
also
it that
inflation.
he called
Like
it
things
The man
cost more
certainly
now
knew how to
since we
live.
started watching him, and the goal hasn't gone
But
down.
wait, you
No,
haven't even
hasn't
heard
gone up,
about his
sorry.
fame
So,
with cocaine. You
he's
see,
making
old
less.
Philippe wasn't just good
He
at
doesn't
not just
realize too when he
any
does
of
things
those
that like really hurt
Wow.
his credibility. Like
Philippe.
when
That's
he
what
took
the
off somebody
this is
who he
Islam.
said made 50K
The
a year
king
on
was
the
just
payroll and
and
didn't lower the goal
cocaine.
at all, but then he took off a guy who makes
His
$50 a
Majesty's
show and lowered it
courtiers set
$50 a
beneath the
show.
cold
It's like
waters of the Insulindian
What the
Bay.
fuck?
The original
I
is
have
how
a
most
feeling you weren't paying
historians
April
think.
anything. You just,
Some
yeah,
years
she was
ago,
your
the
kept
statue
bit.
is supposed
Right.
to
He
capture the
said
moment
he,
it was
he
blown
would have
apart.
pulled that number
Like,
out of his
and
ass
people in
when they were making
Martinique
20K a
tend to
month
disagree.
and
Philip
said that's what
III,
she makes.
Not that he
And it
ever
didn't
did
really
Something,
really match up.
someone
He sold
shot him in the heart.
SM7Bs. He found
Okay,
two microphones
I
in
can
his
see
closet.
it,
And
but I
sold
take
them.
your word for
That
it.
means he
well,
never expects another
Martinez
person
is
by his
riddled
side
with
ever.
bullet holes.
Aside,
This place saw
that
a lot of
aside.
action
So
during the
he
revolution.
found two
But the
SM7Bs he didn't know he
statue
had.
is
And
recently
then he said,
renovated,
I'm
so
going to
why
give
not?
back to the audience
What this
and
shows
take
us is guns
$50 off
aren't
the goal
The
a
king
couple
stands
times.
high above you,
He's been talking
surveying
about
the
getting a new
bay.
camera non-stop. Why not put that money that's unexpected
What
from
would the
two-
camera do? What does he think this camera's gonna do for his show?
It's a good
The
question.
problem with my show is the camera. It's like when people were like, dead pixel, dead pixel. I'm like, it's a funny bit, but I know it doesn't really hurt the show or affect the show at all. Why would I run out and get a new camera to fix the dead pixel? And by the way, it solved itself. It's gone. I don't even know what happened. It just went away.
Yeah, I don't see it here. But yeah, it's like
It's
if
a
you're
stuck pixel. It's not a dead. It's a stuck pixel. It's a different.
if he set himself up to be getting a camera and he says that's what the show needs next, doesn't matter. Don't worry about whether or not it will help the show. That's a goal he set for himself
He
and
wants
his
it.
audience.
Yeah, he wants it.
Because he thinks it'll make his product better. Great. He got handed two SM7Bs he didn't know he had. They will selling those two will buy you
They're
any
new,
good like
new 400 each. You can get half that for him easily. You get 200, 150 each for him.
easily buy a mirrorless camera and a capture card, and you'd have higher definition than what you had at Nick's house. But he doesn't do that. Instead, he takes $50 off the goal so that he can say he knocked out the goal consistently.
Right, giving back to the fans.
Yeah.
It's a tight walk.
At first, I didn't like Slow Wife because it sounded like a dude, but now I hear the Pee Wee Herman-like inflection a tard would have yelling, and I love it. Good job, Moody.
Yeah, you need to watch.
Hey, Melton, can I be on this little piggy next Friday? Aaron is cutting my pay and need to get new wheels for my chair.
Yeah, but we should do a watch along of the whole movie of Riding the Bus with my sister.
It's such a bad movie.
It's great. I remember it fondly. We talked about it on the show years and years ago.
Yeah.
I think me and Johnny used to make fun.
The scruffy-haired little
I found
boy,
money in
the
my
other
pee.
You made fun of
indistinguishable
that,
from
fun
him.
of Anna Nicole
Yes.
Smith.
Okay.
Like with her terrible line, like it was a different era.
Fred Robinson, just wait until Aaron gets a porcelain.
Well, that was a
style
bad
documentary
conversation.
like
Bye.
Merch has and his kids find it. His kids are gonna K themselves. We hope not.
Nah.
But his kids his kids are like Stuttering John's kids. They're gonna grow up and eventually just ignore their dad. They have a stable family with people who love them elsewhere, and their dad is just making a fool of himself on the internet. And the difference is Aaron never reached the heights of Stuttering John, so it shall be even more embarrassing. Aaron's a more floppy fish in a smaller pond, so it's gonna be even more.
This guy's Chrysler, Sebring, or whatever the fuck probably doesn't even have XM radio.
That was our final
This guy's
exam
a
in fat
Luddite
class.
And a bore. He has no intellectual curiosity about anything, and he's been in radio for as long as podcasts and YouTube have existed.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's I think his kids. I don't know what the relationship is like between him and his kids. None of us can know. But I wouldn't
As
put
much
it
as
up.
people think we're into it, we only know what he's told us. Like,
right.
For everybody who like Melton's stalking my kids or obsessed with my kids, like I only know what you say about your kids, really. Like,
Yeah, the window he gives into their life, the court documents that come out.
yes.
From the kids' perspective, they've got two families that they go to.
Hi, who are you?
One's called LaRue, and the other's called Impulse, and a rotating
It's cold out here.
put forever mummy on
Everyone
that side.
knows drugs make you
There's a
invulnerable
chance
to
that they
cold.
might change their
You
last
bet this
names
one
at some
likes
point.
Huh?
To fit in with
So
that other
should you.
family. Like it. that
Yeah.
might
I have one on.
Right. I mean, I don't know how it works. I don't really know how it works. Does like Balin adopt the kids?
Oh,
Can he like?
I didn't notice
I
that.
don't think he'd need to.
Can he?
Yeah,
that'd be
well.
difficult. Why
Look,
would you
man,
need to?
fuck the
Like, there's
hat.
no.
Can they
there's no,
divorce
like,
their
What did
father
she
like
just say?
that? Like
That's
that
not
Lifetime
how
original
civilians
movie.
are supposed to
What
address
was
an
it called?
officer
You
of
get
the law.
emancipated.
Yeah.
I don't
Kramer
think they
versus Kramer.
They deal with it through like custody through the courts probably if
Yellow.
they get to that, but
Your eyes
I
are
don't think
fixed.
Oh!
I don't think
Everything is
anyone
very still.
Children file HROs
She looks
against
down, pretending to be
Right,
busy.
he's still
Make
talking
her
about
meet
it.
you. The kid
it
isn't
is
arrogant.
weird that
She's just
it
afraid
is
to look
such a
you in the
difficult
eye.
like
You
the
already
parents
put
don't
her
want
in
the
her
kids to
place.
be talked about, yet they can't stop
Talking
the
about the
dad
kids.
from talking about the kids.
You're right. I shouldn't
It's
have
what I
sworn.
told
I'm
Balin, and I
sorry.
stand by it. Like, do you think
Her
anything
hair
I'm
is
doing is
dark
more embarrassing than what
with
Aaron's
dark
doing to these
roots
kids
showing.
long term? And that doesn't
Most
make
men wouldn't exactly call her pretty.
I'm done talking about
Okay.
Aaron's kids, except when Aaron talks about his kid. The fact that they're not trying to shut
This
Aaron up about his kids
is
is
a
insane to
portable
me.
recording
Silence
device.
do good. To be fair, Slow
It's
Life
for
has
field
retard
recording.
strength, so beating her in arm wrestling
Actually,
would be
just
impressive.
one wire. I
Yeah, I
clicked
think
on
so
it till the
too.
braiding came
If we
loose.
hit the
A
goal,
contact might
I'll
record
Ted
sounds doing
Bundy
cycling.
Your
Cheryl
mangled
an
brain
I-80.
would like you to know
Patrick, did you have a good
there
walk?
is a boxer.
Yes, my dear.
who has
Top-notch
contact with
walk this morning.
Cool.
Top-notch constitutional. It's been weeks since I
No
left my
idea.
mark. Would that they had eyes to see. Now, Tardy, I have very
Same place I got the recorder
important
from.
work to
the
do.
Palaceum. Oh man.
My ascension removes
You
me
haven't been
from
to
the
the
disc and the
Palaceum?
loop.
It's a
I'm near
music
final
club
stage.
and a
Some
synthesizer.
mornings
Ooh.
I can see the
On
infernal
Vegas.
plane.
Thinking about
Alright.
it really cheers her up. It's a
Yeah, there might be
cars.
some. I don't think
I
they
like
look down
green
on the
cars.
homosexual
Like
underground
Rick
there.
has.
The Palaceum's
Rick
not that
is
kind of
handsome.
place.
He
It's
feeds
cool.
me raw chicken wings and they make my butt pee.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna make my butt pay.
Oh, God. Some of them are inappropriate.
Yeah, just don't. This is reality TV. Don't reach out to anyone involved in this.
Please,
don't
leave Rick alone.
Don't hit it.
Well,
leave
good for you.
everyone involved alone.
Yeah?
Just sit back and watch. The entertainment.
Yeah, I've told a couple people that this week. You too involved. Like,
Recording,
just
I guess.
watch it. Just hang
I
back
think
and
Hey,
watch.
slow
I'm
wife, is
recording
that
cracks
cum?
in the ice.
Yeah, I forgot to
But there's
swallow.
no way to
Don't
tell.
worry, because I
Not
never
without
forget.
headphones. I think I just recorded
There
your
goes my
footsteps
hero.
too.
Watch him as he toes.
My
There
boyfriend.
goes my
I
hero.
don't
He's
know, man.
remarkable.
As it were.
They were probably pawned off.
The musicians in the Coliseum used them for making. Anyway,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I thought I don't really know what I'm doing.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours
nothing
with
left to say at the end of a
your
sentence,
call.
and he'll go,
No, man,
If
fuck
you
that.
will.
I'm cool.
as it
I'm
were.
sorry I
And
said
it's
that.
like, why did
I'm
you
sorry
didn't
about
need
the
that at
fact.
all. You're so
It's okay.
nervous. You
Uh-huh,
just have to
uh-huh.
cap it with something. It's like a tick. Tell me what you want. Fast.
Don't yell at me! I want a new thing! House! I want a new house! And a family! I want you to learn aerobics classes! I want Brads to survive! I want a new brain for Joey C's!
What about you, sweetie? What do you want, dummy?
I want to be a good people!
I want to be a good people.
This trope. This is gonna go.
Wow,
This is
bro.
bad.
Wrong hole, Papa Patty! There's where my duty comes out!
It's okay, bitch. I'll give you extra pennies for dessert.
Yummy! But why do I have to wear this fake whiner?
That's for when you bend me over and make me beg for the gold.
Don't mind
Hang
me
on a
jacking
second.
in the corner over here. Would anyone like some meats and cheeses, as it were?
That's what he does. That's what he does.
Orange bumhead. You can have this.
When is
Hello
the
again.
fridge coming?
Recording.
I don't know.
I think I'm recording
I've sent
cracks
this
in
my,
the ass.
I sent the link to
I
Ricada.
don't know.
He could come on at any
The
moment,
musicians in the.
but he
Anyway,
might not.
I don't really
I
know
don't
what.
think he's
She looks at the recording. Take this. Your
back,
No,
but he
man.
has the
It's
link.
okay.
Ricada,
Thanks.
come on and answer the hard questions about the fridge.
More Kramer.
Okay. Guys, she
Go
may be
ahead.
slow, but good lord, she fucks like a first of the mouth.
Hell yeah.
This is Joey C.
The bee bit my bottom. Now my bottom big.
I tell you that pussy ain't retarded.
Yes, it is.
She fucks like a first of the month Mrs. C. When she gets her government check. Deep service member for 16 months. Potentially morbid Sean and meme Slopium are getting Stony sponsorship. Aaron is paying off 2 YouTubers to help spin his lies. Fat Ohio liar Sean Martin, is that his name? Is paid by Stonies to say stuff about meth
Hello
bar in Minnesota. Hold on, are they really? Is Stonies advertising on other shows? What?
Yeah, so I think Sean started to do Stonies reads as a joke, and then he said that he will go to Stonies and do a meetup over there. And because he and Aaron are very close or like each other, that might actually happen.
Hello again.
Okay.
The device is called to the
Let's see what else. Aaron went to court this week. Not much happened. He's sorry nothing happened. He told you nothing would happen. I don't know why you're upset
Hello
about
again.
that. I don't know why you're mad. He tells you nothing's gonna happen, and then you go
device is
off
still
and
warm from her
scream,
touch,
"Whoa, why is
and
nothing
heavy as a
happening?"
brick
And it's like, I
from
don't
the
know, man. I
batteries
told
inside.
you.
The company logo.
I don't know what
adorns its
could
yellow plastic
impact
cover.
this case.
She looks you in the
Kayla's
eye.
done nothing.
Her pupils wide.
I just don't.
Surrounded
If
by
I broke
a
in
ridiculous
tonight
amount of
and put
makeup.
my dick in your mouth while you sleep, does that hold up the
The
revenge
weird
porn
how
case?
it's
What?
real.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's a separate issue.
What
that
yeah,
can
we
be-
hacked into your account and we stole your nudes.
Right.
What's that to do with you? And as potentially criminal said, like that's gonna get us in big trouble. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
Aaron and
I'll
Johnny,
stick
we
to
have to talk about it. You want
Something
to
changes
get into
between
Johnny?
you two.
Yeah,
She
Yeah,
looks
I'm
at you.
talking about what happened with
Hell
him
yeah.
this week.
I guess.
So Johnny
For the
put up a
psych session.
video of
Maybe
him
I can
talking
return it.
There's two things
What's
that
the
have
meeting, you
happened. One
officer?
is Johnny's admitting that he would be dead
Come
were it
on,
not
I can
for
tell.
Aaron
Yeah.
intervening
But
in his
okay.
life.
Yeah, I
Be a
actually
boy, dare
have
about it.
that.
What is it?
Do we want to see why Johnny loves Aaron? Johnny explains why he loves Aaron and
Oh.
Holt so much.
Really?
Oh fuck! Why did it open that? Can't even get it in the right.
Wow.
I can't even get it in
Social
the right
justice
thing.
really matters that much to you. That's
Okay.
commendable.
And then I gotta
It really had
reshare
you
this
shaken
every
up
fucking
there.
time. I hate
Are you sure
whoever
that?
uses
no. It sounds like you just got chick
StreamYard. It's
issues.
fucking gay.
Yeah.
That's what Aaron would call it. Gay. If he
Okay.
doesn't understand it, it's
Why
gay.
do you think that?
That's how I feel about StreamYard. What is this, a gay program? Sorry, I don't understand.
There you have it then.
Faggy
Chick trouble.
gay program.
Not
It is weird how
political.
hung up
really?
he is on gay. It's
You
like,
seem to be pretty
doesn't
upset about
really
this, Chica.
And then he calls other people out like,
Are you
yeah,
sure
they just
you
call
don't
everything
remember?
gay.
Wow, man.
And then
That's some
somebody
pretty
called him
strange
out
shit.
like, you call everything gay, and he's like, no.
Are you
just
sure the
Patrick.
letters
It's
were
like,
for you? How come you don't remember though? Is it like
You call
some
he calls
selective
everything
memory
gay
thing?
or faggy. Everything.
But like, so what? So what if someone's gay? Like what? Okay,
Man, when I get hurt, I
like,
just want to forget that
it's
shit.
not even like a pejorative.
That kind of selective.
Yeah, okay. Here's
Or it might be
Johnny,
that.
why he loves Aaron
This one time
so
I
much.
did so much
was
booze.
suicidally
that I-
depressed in 2018. In September of 2018, I
Or
swallowed
it might just be
several
some psych bullshit, you know?
Oxycontin pills
Königstein
with the intention of swallowing
You know,
several more.
The psych thing they've got
And
going
then
on.
swallowing would lead to a
Rich people
suicide
like
attempt.
it.
I'm sorry, Lab Glass. I just had to
People
do
in
that.
Königstein
Oh, thank
are
you for
mostly
adding
rich.
your mom's thing.
You're welcome.
So I
Might
did
be
that.
for the best to
I
keep
was
that shit
hospitalized
forgotten,
for
though.
about a week
Just my
inpatient
opinion.
care. I
If it
came out
itches,
of inpatient
don't
care and
scratch.
went into outpatient care.
cell.
I went through a slew of different experiences, getting into comedy with Adrian Washington, going to a show, performing with Aaron. Aaron got me into the
Why?
radio. That propelled my life out of a
Okay.
negative spiral into a positive one. I got a driver's license. I got the ability to walk for a couple of
It was a
years.
pleasure to meet you, John.
Aaron worked miracles and laid hands upon you and made you walk.
Come on, get
I
any
have a
clothes off
better
behind
life
you.
for me and my
The warm
daughter.
stuff's getting
So
out.
if you think
It's safe
Aaron's
to
an
assume
asshole,
this
that's
is their
fine.
leader.
If you think he
Or at
takes
least
advantage of me,
Sorry,
that's fine.
we barely have room for
Literal
one.
fact.
You go ahead.
If not for
I'm-
Aaron
I'm
Impulse,
actually
I
not,
would be dead.
I'm sure you will feel right as well.
That is.
All right.
That's sort of like a. We can't take that away from.
Hey, what's happening, boys?
Bird, I am the bird.
Okay, so we can't take that away from as a genuine part of Aaron and Johnny's relationship. Like, Aaron may have really helped Johnny and pulled him out of a really dark place. That's now great.
Hey.
Sure, whatever. But that's a good thing that happened, and we can agree on that. But then that doesn't mean that that person has like a carte blanche to say and treat you in whatever way that they want for all eternity. Johnny's acting like Aaron owned him now
I have
because
an ex-girlfriend that did something really cool for me once for my birthday. We're not together anymore.
Yeah, right. So you
This
can
is hardcore.
look to the past and be like, I'm really thankful that happened. But
Patrick! Braz is making runny butts all over the blanket in my crate.
Training did not
I'm trying to nap in here and I can't because it stinks.
Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore! Hardcore!
so you
This
can
young
look
man has a
look back at the past, recognize that a good thing happened, but realize that that relationship has run
You
its
know
course
about him?
and it's no longer a healthy one for your life. So just because something healthy happened in the past, it doesn't
know
mean
Van
that
Eyck?
that is a healthy thing for it to continue.
Right.
And that is
Someone can be good in the past and turn bad, and someone can be bad in the past and turn good.
Wow.
Exactly.
The skinny
So
wraith.
this like Johnny owing his life, like he's talking in a way where he's like, whatever Aaron does, I need to be on board with it because if it wasn't for Aaron, I'd be dead.
It
Like,
separates out literally what Aaron
Uh-huh.
Sawyer's website says. Sometimes good things happen to bad people. Good people can do bad things, and bad people can do good things. Him doing a good thing for Johnny doesn't mean he's a good person.
Hardcore!
And I would argue we look at who he's surrounded himself with. Matt, April,
Encore!
Slam
Alright.
Peace,
Yeah!
Johnny. It's like
He
these
furrows
are
his brow.
lower tier
Hardcore!
people in terms of like what he's selecting them to do, and then
Is
he's
it though?
forcing them to do it. I didn't know that Johnny didn't do comedy before he met Aaron.
I mean, really.
Like, imagine meeting Johnny
Feels
on
like you should
his
apply
deathbed,
the very pinnacle of
pilled
idiocy
up,
here, so that
arms
things
all
get totally
curled,
transcendent.
you know, like a
But
peak
you
him
haven't
ass,
gotten there yet,
and being like,
so
you know what
don't
you need
know
to
what
do?
to say.
You got to get on that radio, man. You got to start to. You got to get out here and make jokes and do comedy.
I am the
I don't know
enforcer.
what
I
would
am the
possess him to do that, but he keeps pulling in people.
close.
When he told me he had Dave Mordell on, who is a respected, very funny, good comic back in the day, I was like, that doesn't add up. Because all these other guys, Adrian Washington,
furrows
Corey
his
Adam,
brow
all these other guys are
as
like
his
losers who
very
can't
large head
do it on their
traces
own.
the sublime
And Aaron
physical
knows that.
movement.
Aaron likes having that over them. He knows. He said
The
it this
question
week,
is,
and Johnny
what is the
totally
question?
missed the point. I have another clip, but. Man, he
Was
said
there
it this
a
week. He's
question?
like, Corey Adam fucked around and found out. Corey Adam left. He's got nothing. If Johnny leaves, that'll happen to him. And Johnny's come back to that, and we'll just watch it. But I don't think Johnny understands that Aaron's saying try to leave me, Johnny. You'll be nothing.
Hard. It's
You'll be nothing without me. And Johnny's not hearing that.
Your cop training.
I have a feeling that Aaron knows that he saved Johnny's life, and
Your
he
cop
wouldn't be
training.
Okay.
throwing that in his like when I found you, you were on your, you'd be dead.
This
without
young
me.
man,
like
or
I
maybe
think
it's not. He missed
I
one.
can imagine him
A.
saying something like that. But
Yeah, it seems like something he would do. So here's a My Lost Tenders clip that does what Aaron. It has a little bit of what Aaron said, and then Johnny's, I guess, comeback from that.
True.
And I think Johnny kind of misses
This
the point
young
on
man,
this.
or
It says if Aaron brings it up while
missed
he's on the show, it could be fireworks. And then now Aaron's acting like, oh, the Clippers are trying to get something going. But no, he has no respect
This
for
young
Johnny.
or
You see
maybe.
it.
By the way, did you guys hear that yesterday? I wish Johnny was on today. I want to talk to him about something. I want to talk to Johnny about something.
This young or
Andrew's
maybe.
son wrote in yesterday, and he said,
Well, it really is.
Johnny, you should pay Aaron for being on the show.
Actually,
and I made a joke, and I said,
can ask the advert.
oh yeah, I mean, it's an option I never even thought I was on.
This is interesting.
And then Johnny goes, like Johnny got
This
like a
young or
fucking
maybe
ego
it's
about
not.
it, and he goes,
He
oh
missed
yeah, you know, if I took a pay cut, I'd leave.
Okay.
You know, I don't like to do this. And I wish you were on today. We could have this conversation. I don't want to do this, but I believe I'm paying him far better than any other podcast has offered to pay him.
The place to be.
Yes. Yeah, and this show pays you far more than any radio station has offered.
From an
Yes.
intricate system
You should
irrigation
never have been on
networks
radio,
of
and
marketing.
Johnny and April and Matt should really have never been on radio. It's literally like they let the wrong guy in once. Aaron Emholt gave him a show, and then Aaron made copies of the key to the station for all of his loser friends, and now they think they're in. Johnny thinks he's in radio. He's like, radio saved my life. What?
Gotta get the people going.
Who wants to tell him? Who wants to tell him he's never had a job in radio? Who wants to tell Johnny that? But the story he tells himself is Aaron Emholt in radio saved me, got me into radio. It's like, honey,
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy.
none of you are in radio.
Hardcore party 24/7 beyond the Victor's.
There is a place
I
far
don't think
away.
there, you know, there are a lot of
The young but
podcasts that
certain
are
attitude
throwing
known as Winter's Orbit,
money at him
where
every
there
month.
are 25 hours
that's
in a
our
day.
point.
It is a tremendously cold place.
Is this a thing? Is there a
to
like?
drunks and failed
I'm
rock
very
stars.
much a
That doesn't sound real.
Depression and
If you have a better deal out in front of you, go get the better deal. When Corey Adam and I were parting ways,
They're closed.
This is it. This is the part Johnny's not hearing. Because basically, Aaron's telling you you're Corey Adam, and if you leave him, you'll be nothing too.
he's said on multiple occasions that Corey Adam is his favorite co-host that he's ever had, and he works better with Corey Adams than anyone else on Steel Toe. So
I agree with you. I do think Corey Adams the funniest one out of all of them, and probably the most talented. But also at the same time, Corey Adams not a lead guy. I think Johnny will be more successful on his own than Corey Adam.
All right,
If that
gotta
makes
get the
sense.
people going.
was Corey and April were the best two, I think, as far as the show goes.
As April's been gone, you realize how good she was in comparison to these people. She
Is it
still
though?
had no business being on there,
But is
and
it?
maybe she
I
was.
mean, really?
And actually, like, there's a point I
No,
think end of
but
2022,
seriously, I'm a bit worried
and in
it
2023 where maybe it was kind of cooking. Maybe it was working.
She worked great as a foil to Steel
Everything is
Toe.
okay.
Like he would come
He
out
isn't actually
with all this
worried.
bravado, and
Everything
she would
is still super
be like,
hardcore.
"That's not how you are. That's
What
not
he
what you said to me
probably
last night."
means is,
And then
it could be
fireworks go
either
off, and that's
There's
interesting.
nothing wrong with
Not
it.
in the way that
I'm
he
still in love
intends,
with the
but
hardcore.
as far as the show goes, that is closer to actually.
But-
And when it was when they were
Sometimes
doing
I
their
just
show
feel
and
like
presenting
melodic
it, and people
music
and
is in
their
its
only their
infancy,
core
you
radio
know?
audience
For
that had followed
example,
them and local
Texas
and all that kind
Arnold
of thing
Van Eyck,
was
isn't
into it.
something holding it
I think it
back
was cooking.
from being
When the
hyper?
internet gets
It's
involved
like
and
it's
people start
only
finally holding you up and
ultra.
going
I
like,
think
wait,
it's
this
super
sucks.
hardcore.
Wait, this guy's a
Alright.
fucking
It's not
goofy guy.
hyper hardcore.
Like once that starts happening, the
If
insecurity
anything,
creeps
it
in. We saw
sounds
it a
a
little bit
bit
with Amanda
proto,
Calta on
like
a
it's
show
not fully
yesterday.
formed yet.
Just like, hold
You
on,
might be a moribund.
they can say they don't like it and do shows about me. This is making me sad.
might be right.
It makes
But
me
how could
sad
it
when they
become
make fun of me.
hardcore then?
And it's like, oh,
I know
honey,
it in my
Chef the
heart,
fucking.
but
So I think
cannot
at
sink
the
it
beginning
in
of
my
2023,
head.
Chad,
If this is not
me,
hardcore, how could
the
anything
Steel
be?
Toe Boring Show Reddit, Citizen M, all these things started coming together and they started getting more hate than love. And then it wasn't fun anymore,
No,
especially for April.
This is the answer.
And when April starts stressing out and bitching, it
No,
causes stress for
this
Aaron, and he
is the
starts stressing out and
answer.
bitching and has anxiety over. Now you feel bad because your wife's upset, you want, and your show's dying, and you're like.
This is
so this is what
certainly a
caused.
matter
This is
that
what started
surpasses the limits
the
of
funnel and the spiral down, and because they're not built for internet. Neither one of them can handle it, and you see what we see here, where it's
But
just
there's something
circling a
else
drain and
that
getting
hasn't
worse and
failed.
worse. Any semblance of a show that they had, or relationship on air, this give and take, fun, light thing, like you said, variety show. Let's get to know the people and talk. It's just gone. There's, like you said, within 5 minutes starting the show, it's here's what the haters are doing. They're saying this, and like, that's the
Ooh, I know that, but
show is
Why
dealing
wouldn't
with
they
hate.
be? Are the lungs not the
It's
place
not a,
we
and it's not an easy thing. Most people, I don't think, can handle
open surge
attention being directed at them, especially
It
from.
feels like
Oh, yeah, brother.
flowing down your scalp.
It's you need to just turn off and not pay attention to it, because any person, even ones who are well adjusted and can read that stuff about them, when you're reading hundreds of them, like it's.
I don't. I don't know. People don't believe it or whatever. Like, I don't go read anything about it. Like, I see enough of it without doing it. And the only time I ever mix it up is if I'm taking a shit or I'm just bored on the couch. I'll start arguing with people on Twitter here and there. But I don't last long, and I bail out. Because I understand. I go, okay, I feel my heart rate, like, raising, like, arguing with this idiot. And I go, like, oh, yeah, none of this matters. But every time he comes on, he's like, well, Kiwi Farms has melt and seething. Never read it. I literally have never read it, so that's just not true. But it lets you know when he says this, like, I go on Kiwi Farms and I don't read my own stuff. I don't believe. I just don't believe you. I don't have meltdowns like you have. I don't have giant moments of self-doubt like you. I'm just not reading it.
Someone might know whether Aaron's reading his Kiwi Farms or not. Who knows?
Yeah, somebody could know. It's not me.
Yeah.
Back to Aaron and talking about Johnny.
He was saying like, oh, and we've had to cut pay recently, and it's not as much, and I'd like to go out and see what I can get. And to me,
okay,
I said to Corey, I'm like, well, I mean, that's the free market. If you can go out and you can get more somewhere else, absolutely go out.
And by the way, Corey thought that was going to happen. He thought he was up for a job at MLC. This is how asleep all these idiots are. Do you remember this period where Corey kept going on MLC and he would say, well, if you guys hire me for third mic, he thought like there was like a position open for when Chad left. He thought there was like a job.
He got a bit big. He got a bit big for his boots.
Yeah.
But the only reason people were interested in him is because of the dirt he can push on Aaron, which is same rule for April. The only reason April's interesting is because she knows things about
Same
Aaron.
rule, same for Matt. What have we talked about Matt since he left Steel Toe? No. Now Aaron takes that as like, well, yeah, of course. Steel Toe's the like epicenter of everything. Like, of course, like people are talking Steel Toe. It's like, what an idiot. Like, what a fucking goober.
Now, in my mind, if you can't go out,
it's like, Aaron, you went to a factory and got a guy who shreds metal to do a show with you, and now he went back to shredding metal and doesn't do the show. And your example for why Steel Toe's the best is because nobody talks about Matt anymore. It's like, yeah, I don't talk about local recyclers.
Exact features of a savage architect.
That could be an interesting show if you just started pulling people out.
Chef had a day job and came on my show. Chef was funny and interesting, and people fell in love with him. Chef was a likable guy on the show, but Chef was also very funny.
We're talking real living art here.
Matt
Become
has
quit
nothing to
being so
offer,
indecisive.
and he keeps trying to
What
convince
are you
us that
going
it's
for
on.
here?
No, he's doing a
Some kind of
character.
indecisive
The thing Matt used to,
man.
like his, if you
Strike a
watch
bold
Savage
shape
Thoughts
there.
from the past, the
Go
energy
hard
was
or
different.
go
He was a
home.
different person. It was-
He had like a faux hawk. He was like edgy.
Right.
He was like metal. Man.
Nah.
I get that much. Then I was overpaying you. Then I was losing money on that. And then Corey went out there and he didn't find another gig and he didn't find another co-host. And he even stopped doing the show he was doing because, and this is something that I think is fair to bring up, being a co-host on Steel Toe gets you numbers for whatever show you do later that day.
I don't even know that's true. I said earlier I think Johnny would do better than Corey going out on his own, but I don't know. You know, over time, it's not like a thing he's going to make a living in.
Good morning.
I agree with him though. It's not people that are interested in that co-host. They're interested in dirt that the co-host might spill without Aaron around.
Right, but that's the piece
You
Aaron's
know it's in
missing.
your
Aaron keeps
lungs
doing this
where
thing.
the
Is like,
pressure should
dude,
vibrate.
they don't get it.
In
Like,
your
I
heart,
make
that's
them
what-
shine, and they go off on their own, and they don't have it. But it's like, no, Aaron, you pick loser. He's missing this component. These people had no. Man, think about. Let's use Opie and Anthony for an example.
Okay.
And again, Compound Media was poorly mismanaged, run into the ground, and could have been way better than it was. But when Opie and Anthony split up, they both had the same background and same advantage, right? And Opie even had more of a radio background and more training and experience. So you could argue.
Twee krammer. 3 krammer. 4 krammer. What comes after? Oh yeah. 5 krammer.
I was worried for a minute when I saw it was orange.
Silent with appreciation.
All right.
Basically, what you need to find here
No, but what
is
I'm
a
saying
tape
is
with
like,
some bang. Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe that street talker. Anyway, that's
Saying, look, Corey went off after me and couldn't do anything on his own is not impressive when Corey wasn't doing anything on his own before you found him. So like, yeah, look what happened to Matt. He left and nobody watches Matt anymore. It's like,
You see, a
Matt
youngish
wasn't
man.
doing.
Hello,
And
I'm
Matt
Andre.
was doing,
It's a
so
pleasure
it's
to
not a
meet
good.
you.
His grip is strong.
This is my
Opie and
posse.
Anthony.
The
Opie
young
and
man
Anthony.
with
One of them
And Egghead.
said, I was a radio guy. I'll sit around and wait and see what offers
Together
come in.
with
Yeah.
One of them was like,
who's
fuck
out
it,
there
I'll
right
start my
now
own internet
doing
thing.
some seriously
And
because
one of
you
them
see,
for
we've
10
been all
years
over
did the
Jamrock
internet thing
North,
and had
respecting
friends
ourselves
and
for
people from
talent.
the show. And
Yeah,
in
thank you,
some
Egghead.
ways,
And while there is no
was
shortage of raw
continued on
unfit
that-
talent spinning tapes in
that
Jamrock,
career and
we've had
legacy.
rotten luck
Opie
with
is
real
still
estate
to this
art.
day sitting there waiting for a radio job to come through. And it's like, you weren't it.
Places
And-
are
and-
shit. I apologise
I
to my
don't know,
friend.
like,
Lawrence
you'll
Pointer.
never convince
I
Opie that he
realise
doesn't
this
have
is not how you
talent, can't
speak
do a
to a police
radio show,
officer.
but it's like,
He has, which brings me to the problem of occupied.
He had the most
attempt to
recognizable.
pander to
He
your
had the most
perceived
recognizable name as well.
conservative-
Like
I'm
there's
talking
not
about the church.
as many
And I'm
OPs
not
around as
exaggerating.
Anthony's.
what's the excuse? It's just like, at some point, you have to admit
that's exactly what happened.
that the only reason
Sad
you
because
took
we were
off is
just
because
straight
Anthony
that
found you and you
sad
teamed
yet
up and it was
because
magic.
He leans back a
And
little,
probably
watching with a
more the
steady
magic
look.
was in Anthony
This calls for an
than you.
opinion. You're an
But
expert.
he
in
could have
those.
also been like a catalyst for Anthony. What he seemed to be like them together somehow is better than the sum of their parts, right?
Yes,
I don't know.
And the
I
worst
don't know.
part
If-
is,
if,
there
Ooh.
are some, you know, officers, you
XM
really should
Sirius
judge that
Satellite
for
Radio
yourself.
had run
But
some
keep in mind, there's
open
spook
call.
also.
We're hiring
the
a
people just
new
wanna
show. We're
spin
looking for a new
thank
morning
you, Ed.
DJ.
So you're gonna look into
And we
it,
want to
right?
be
It should be a police matter.
avant-garde. We
Get
don't
it?
want
All
somebody
right,
with radio
man.
training. We want to
Andre's
see
obviously very
who can
happy
come
to
in and
possess
kind of do their thing.
the
A
whole
la MTV
Yes.
with Jesse Camp. Do you remember Jesse Camp on
Yeah,
MTV?
yeah. Good to have.
He was this
Bitch to
homeless
carry.
guy,
When I first scouted
VJ,
the
that they
place, I
hired
did some
when
reconnaissance.
they did an
I'm
open
not sure
call
the church
contest.
even
But he
has running
came in,
water.
man, and he talked to the
Yes.
cameraman,
What?
and he like this,
He
and he
nods
always seemed high,
enthusiastically.
and he said crazy
No
shit.
doubt.
All right, we got another
Oh,
video.
oh.
But he was
This
charismatic,
is the key.
and then like he
We
blew
had to
up. He
paddle
became
the
like one of the
pool,
most
Thanks.
popular VJs on MTV. And he had no training. Fuck Kurt Loder and Jenny McCarthy and Chris Hardwick, all these pro-trained VJs. This guy like blew the fuck up.
It's as if time is
And-
frozen somehow.
Anthony
You
could have
think
done.
you
You don't
can
think
sense
Anthony with
the
an
key
open
moving
call
in
could have
you.
come in and
Blam.
done all that on
Straight
his own
in
with
the
Patrice
eye,
and
a
Jim
stabbing
and
pain.
maybe
Tears
not at the very
stream
beginning, but
uncontrolled.
again, I think Opie had the key
sorry.
to the
He
station
looks
and
like
opened the
he's
door for him.
genuinely
But
sorry.
Opie could have probably stopped coming in and nobody would have noticed.
He was Opie was the straight man, right? Between the two
The
of them.
large-headed youth.
Yeah, so that's it's a
You know
hard
it in
role
your
to
lungs.
play, but there's more people that can play that than the.
He feels ashamed. The young man.
He would always say like, "Oh, I run the board and I keep the show flowing and take the calls and stuff." But it's like a lot of time he would get jealous when Patrice and Jimmy or Bill Burr and Anthony were all riffing, because like it or not, Anthony could hold his own with all those guys. And Opie would sit over there and not participate and get jealous, and then go, "All right, let's take a call. All right, let's go to commercial." And they'd be like, "What are you talking about? We're in the middle of a hilarious bit."
Well, that's why it's a hard role to play.
I'm talking about
just being the straight man, because it's not a
This calls
like
for
you have to be okay with not getting attention, looking at what's best for the show and putting all your ego aside, and not being.
You do it well, everybody. Let's give it up for Moody. He really
getting them out.
plays the
Whatever
straight man
spooky
great.
stuff they do. All right,
Except when he's in my house.
Andre's
Is that a black
obviously
dick?
very happy you took
I don't like black dicks. I like green dicks. Hit me up, Beggy Monster.
Jesus.
Beggy Monster deck, yeah.
Fasteners, there's buttons and rivets. They're magnets and clips. Zippers and hooks. They hold my dungarees up after I make doo-doo poo-poo.
You sense the trajectory of the little
Forearm
piece
wrinkle
of metal
toe,
plastic.
Christ
The
fix,
object
cripple
makes a
leg,
ka-ching.
and turns
The key
water
hits
into
your
cum.
palm. The speed
Toe
freaks knock you
Christ
equivalent.
fix, cripple legs. And so he's gonna
As
save
always,
radio.
we'll be right here.
He's gonna do it all.
Hey, Mel, let's get your girl in here and have her show her twins.
She's an adult. Ask her, not me.
Daddy Sauce won't let me show my floppy cakes anymore. They're so
Hey Kim, you
itchy
missed it. It was
today.
pretty cool in
No
there.
more Count Chocula before bed. Count Chocula makes your tits itch. You know that.
Aaron, push
The
that
pain of
leg
Etamite has
hard,
been closed
loser,
barely
down that hill.
all the
Do
time.
it!
It could
The
fall over any-
goal
It looks like a makeshift
demands
bridge.
it.
Could
You
dig up the
fruit
pain falls into the
man,
icy snow with a
goo-loving
soft
freak.
Let's finish this and
Yeah,
then we'll get out of here.
The thing that I'm trying to say though is it's like Johnny, it's okay, it's great that Aaron saved your life in the past. That's a really good positive thing that no one can take.
Honey sauce. Look at that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings. You know, it's really great to be back here. And so great that Jan is hosting this space for us, and thank you for cleaning the bathrooms, really. A lot of people come up to us and say, "You're kind of sad, aren't you?" And my response is always the same. You're like a cardboard box. No wheels. But when you got a special skill like us, you can't hold it back. I gotta sing, Moose gotta play, and now that we're older, Moose has this like special skill. He can number one and number two at the same time. Yeah, no, I'm kidding about that.
Holy
Okay.
shit. That's why he has to get naked.
A metal payphone under.
I gotta sing.
You hear the
Moose
tone.
gotta play.
The machine
and now
is
that
inoperable.
we're older, Moose has this like special skill. He
Calling.
can number one and
Still,
number two
this feels
at
end
the
of time.
same time. Is that you, Pam? No, I'm kidding about that. Don't get none of that honey sauce on me. Dun, 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 dun. It's the biscuit.
Find the time to call me. It gets so
No,
lonely.
I know what everyone's
Even the animals have died.
Is this Mr. Show? Is this Tim and Aaron?
Are you sure you're Pete?
Her voice is drowned
filmed
in
with
white
nice
noise.
cameras.
You get a
It's
sinking
got some
feeling.
production work.
It makes you look if Lieutenant
Something's
Kitsuragi
behind them.
overheard you. To your relief,
And you're right.
he did not.
You're right. But that doesn't mean they're not real.
Calling. Still a game. Someone.
We'll get into that in a moment.
Hello, Girard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
That was, of course, Taste the Biscuit, made famous by Billy Ray Cyrus, but originally written by us. And now, if you're hungry, we have some burgers provided by Bob over
But I
in
got a
Lot
feeling
62.
Al Kick Your Ass is
Thank
gonna
you,
make an
Bob.
appearance
Which
if you
they're
ever
just
call
like
this
white
number.
cats.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Disconnect.
There's just
Calling,
microwavable
calling,
sliders.
Still,
Stop calling.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll get you your money, all right?
But
I
you
just
know,
need till tonight. Let me
the
work.
biscuit was kind of bittersweet. And after its success, we found ourselves wooed and sucked into the Hollywood system. Finally, now people care. They'd say, "Oh, you're such legends," and then they call us living
You're not
legends, which
Teddy.
means you're already supposed to be dead.
Screw you, and don't ever
But
call
we're
here
still
again.
there, and we're still out. And we have a new song about the phoniness of Hollywood called 30 Dirty Celebrities Without Makeup. Hope you like it.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
What are you tired
There
of?
will be no copyright striking this music.
Right. I hear.
The man, you do not hear the custom. Seems like he did not have time to swallow the coin. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still
And I
make
know what
it
you're
work
thinking.
without
Jimmy Jingles. It is. It is.
Close your eyes.
What the hell?
And feel your fingerprint. The area code followed by still the time. Keep. What were you trying to achieve by closing your eyes? Home.
And I could see y'all hanging from the tree.
Fuck you! I'm gonna roll it.
30 dirty celebrities without
We're gonna try it again,
There's
bitch.
still some
See, they're not
change
all
in
great.
there. The machine waits
They're
for a number
not
to be
all
dialed.
bangers.
Everybody looks like they just woke up.
Let's go.
Everybody's so famous, but without makeup, I can't tell who anyone is. Now I still had mascara on, and they demanded that I give them some.
Yeah.
And they asked which part of LA I was from, and if my agent could ever book them.
Oh, wugga, wugga,
And if they'd throw me in a volcano. If I ever told the things that
I want to have to be thrown into a volcano.
the little black heads on their nose. If I exposed those 30 dirty celebrities without makeup. Lindsay Lohan on the sand beating coconuts.
Look at all the coconuts.
Everybody's so famous, but without makeup, I can't tell who anyone is.
What?
Oh, wugga, wugga, wugga.
Oh, wugga, wugga, wugga.
You know it.
I mean, if Cardiff's Kids is not already at work, I don't know what to tell you.
Boo, 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 boo.
There's still
So you
some
said they're just
unused
beats on a
change in there.
keyboard?
The machine
He
waits
can
for
probably
a
pick
number
the
to
key, and then
Again,
you know you have like
close your
samba
eyes.
beat,
Calling,
maramba beat,
calling,
waltz.
and calling for 2 minutes now.
And then you
Why
gotta
is that
go
happening?
Down the tempo, and then he can noodle around a little bit like this. But this is it. This is it.
30 dirty celebrities without makeup.
There's still some unused change in there. The machine waits
like
for a
they
number to
just
be
woke
dialed.
up.
You close your eyes and put your in strange.
I'm gonna
This
need
is
you
not
to
how
see
you
something
started
here.
before. 41 44 11 17. Yes. 451 67 451. You are going deeper now into some 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. An ultra long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little calling, calling in the saddest sound. In calling, the handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm.
I need you to see.
Your breathing is heavy.
Am I supposed to hang up?
Calling, 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 callings. Then the ocean breaks out of.
Oh, what's happening? Am I having a heart attack?
This whole island is sinking, but they can't
What's happening
Who
here?
is this?
Thank you. It's so
Dora.
nice to play for simple
is
folk like you.
The connection is
And
bad.
now, I would like to do
Dora.
25-minute
The name feels like
improvisational
a
dialogue
gift
about the
in
conflict
the distorted
India and
distance.
Pakistan.
You hear,
Toasters.
don't react.
Before you do that,
Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
Conflict in India and Pakistan.
toasters. Before you.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Oh no.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
And I've got proof. Wait.
Can I just say something real quick?
Sure, Moose.
Well, we've been playing together for over 40 years, and we've always had this off and on
Do you know what time it is?
relationship.
So
Well,
it's 4 o'clock.
I'd like to
Harry.
make it
I
permanently
need to wake up
on.
in 2 hours.
Will you marry me?
Oh my God, Moose. You're not gay anymore?
I want to get married tonight and have sex for breakfast.
Wow. You know what they say. You gotta risk it to taste the biscuit. Way to end it on a bang. Here we go.
There's a hard dialogue here.
That's his keyboard playing.
What do we do?
Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where's my underpants? Where did my underpants go? Where's my under?
I'm in Morova. Sleeping.
22 million people live in Morova, the capital city of Grad. It is the capital of the world after Revachol was
Tom
destroyed.
Shaw and Estelle Piper.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is mad. You feel your right hand on the handset
Now the
cramping up
thing is,
with pain.
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, no.
When you go to this
Please
guy's
stop.
channel, it's Vincent
Please, let's just hang up.
Gargiulo. And there's a lot of this Toasters and Moose stuff. Then there's a lot of Vincent Gargiulo stuff. And the Vincent Gargiulo stuff, 493 views, 912, 14K, 875, 1.7K.
Hmm.
People aren't really interested in that.
Do I? Do I bother saying anything else to her?
Keyboard solo.
Hmm.
To work.
And now look over here.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
It's Moose.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
This
Damn.
guy sucks.
Sad,
and
sad, sad.
He's had a channel for, again, a long time. And I would guess he's the son of,
Fuck it, I guess I'll try again.
You dial the number again in the middle of it. A familiar calling.
Toasters and Moose formed in 1978, recorded one album, and
Well, maybe I shouldn't call her right now. Okay.
Calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Come on, you know why.
In the time since of music's done virtually nothing.
The headset lands in the cradle with a clank.
I guess I'll come back to it.
Traveled all around the globe, but you still can't get with the bump.
Yeah.
And you just come down from me off the ground, won't even make a thump.
Kim, my life is hard.
Mad about time, been living in a different world. Well, there's nothing out there, just climb up the stairs and then bump your heart a thrill. Come on. Better rock your body home.
So, it's somewhat manufactured, but it seems to be based on a real thing.
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago.
Fake?
Now, only a shadow of peeled leather.
Why am I dying?
It says,
it's easy to be thrown off by the relatively good
whisper away.
production.
You'll
But I
say
promised you
tomorrow,
more
King.
mouth. I promised you more mouth. And I need you to see this. I need you to see this so badly. Very, very much bad. Please.
It's undeniable, a natural fact. Kick up your heels, T&M, I'm back.
You say self-aware, but again, I think there's a little bit of punking going on by whoever the Vincent Gargiulio guy is.
Hey, you must be the guy.
Nice and easy.
There's a cylinder.
Who's there? Is that the police? Don't worry, Gary. To what do I owe?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
That I look like a hobo. I don't think I do, 'cause you know I'm not home.
I need you to focus and not be distracted
Thank
by
you
the
for passing along the message.
earworm
The
of a melody
881
of this
is a
song.
raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass, not like walking over it.
You broke the waterlock with a motor carriage. There was a billboard in the canal, not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
Did he say we can go back?
Yes, Gary, we can go.
Sir.
I just have to do one more round. See if the Phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
All right.
Back to the melody of this.
We found the thing.
We got blankets we don't even use. Shirts, pants, socks, shoes.
I don't know why you think that I look like a hobo. I don't think I do, 'cause you know I'm not homeless.
Yeah, I think you're right. It might be a cleft palate.
Huh.
And if you listen, like, actually, he's a better singer. He's got better
Scattering
tone, and
bullet
he's
holes are spread across the crack of the wall, reaching from one corner
but
to the
what he
other.
has to do
A
to
row
his
of ghostly
mouth.
shades stand facing the wall.
Oh my.
There are many of them, a dozen at least. The heads lowered and eyes blindfold 10 meters away. Other shades are lined up in them. Droplets of rain fall on them. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusion. The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of execution performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
I can be on the porch and I drink champagne. Don't need no cardboard when it rains. I got a telephone and a stereo.
A host of
I got
men,
a TV set and
probably
they work,
they stand,
They're not in the car.
ordinary
in my car.
comrades.
I Best Buy
The 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats. Oh, the commandant, the one who gives the order.
I don't know.
I don't know who died here. Landed beside that horrible wall.
I don't know why you
Perhaps
think
the
I
ones
look
executed
like a
here were the
hobo.
loyalist conservatives. It could even have been the employees of the Fed.
Or maybe.
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition fought. To be honest, if a coalition member was
Watch him
anyone in
tap
this
his leg while he
situation,
sings.
A cold sea wind blows.
You know I'm not homeless. If you think that
But it's not just the clubhouse. The teeth have gone AWOL. I mean, that one that's sticking out. Oh boy. That's a rat. That's a rat.
I sleep in cans. Well, I don't do that. I sleep in a bed, 'cause you know I'm not homeless. You know I'm not homeless, girl.
You know I'm not home. I can't be showing asses. Wait, this is on YouTube. Okay.
Alright, Kim, let's get the fuck out of here.
Get a job, don't play in the street. Make some money, can't be beat. Put down the sign, give it a rest. Taste the biscuit, 'cause it's the best.
Everything's about a biscuit.
Dude, she likes biscuits. What do you want, Patrick?
Focus.
I have sex every night. And if I don't, that's alright. I'm not homeless, I got a home. I'm not homeless, leave me.
This is like the roof of a Walmart or something. You know?
I don't know why you think that I look like a hobo. I don't think I do, 'cause you know I'm not homeless. You know I'm not homeless. If you think that I sleep in cans, well, I don't do that. I sleep in a bed, 'cause you know I'm not homeless. You know I'm not homeless, girl.
Do you think he's homeless? Honestly, his verse is earwormy. Get the fuck out of here, Mikey. People hate this. People hate it. The Pantsmeister says, I'm embarrassed. I must be slipping. You got me. Nice bit, Melton. Well done. So what are you talking about? Lev Kramer, this bitch has been dry for 50 years. Big Chirp, Val and Alex go home. Love you, Big Son. What is that?
Oh, wugga, wugga, wugga.
Nah, that's
My favorite part of fried chicken wings is eating the horn.
my favorite part of fried chicken wings is eating the horn.
Try to sneak up.
Oh my god.
Stupid bitch.
So I
I'll
don't
kill
know
you
what
one
to
day.
think, man. There's some funny stuff on his channel too that's not related to them, like this gem.
When I get a serious craving for something I want to eat, I need some cheese, tomatoes and olives, and maybe even some meat. I need some pizza, 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 pizza. Every time I want that pizza.
home, I'm no one. If you can call it living, it's bigger than a closet.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for...
Ask away, policeman. The hell am I supposed to do? Another nut job, I assume. Some lunatic lost his mind.
With how small these rooms are,
Jake Hudson doing this voiceover. I
they
think this is
probably
probably a
just
real
moved.
commercial.
Oh, that one
did
is a
locally for a
scientist.
place, I bet.
I think he studied astrology and technique. Something to do with all those stars. That's what I said.
The lieutenant. Come on, people. She mumbles.
Fucking banging, dude.
Alright.
Fucking
I gotta be right back, and then we're gonna talk to this fucking guy. See what he knows. Before I go talk to
This is
the
probably my
bitch.
favorite song they've ever done.
Take me thrifting, take me to the Goodwill. Under the sun.
Now again, this is why it reminded me of Aaron. Take me thrifting, take me to the Goodwill. They have everything under the sun. Take me thrifting.
BRB.
There's always a deal at the Goodwill. Sometimes I go there just for the fun. Take a look at this cowboy hat. Take a look at this, take a look at that. Need a suit for an interview. Yeah. Take a look at these pants and shoes. Take a look at this fine plate set. Take a look at this warm blanket. Take a look at this, take a look at that. Goodwill is where it's at. Take me thrifting, take me to the Goodwill. They've everything under the sun. Oh, honey. Tons of bargains.
Oh, honey. What was the one before? Oh, honey.
There's always a deal at the Goodwill. Sometimes I go there just for the fun. Take a look at this bric-a-brac. Take a look at this, take a look at that. Take a look at everything to wear. Take a look at that mug over there. Got a house need to decorate. Yeah. Try this couch, it would look great. Goodwill is the destination. Can't do it without your donation.
Get it, Moose.
Yeah. Take me thrifting, take me to the Goodwill. They've everything
Under the sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
tons of
Oh, honey.
they've everything under the sun. Oh, honey. Tons of bargains. There's always a deal at the Goodwill. Sometimes I go there just for the fun.
Take me thrifting.
Take me thrifting. I love them. I love them. I don't know about you, but I want them in Hackamania. I want them in Hackamania. No, Patrick, it sounds like Hank Judson again.
Again.
Good point.
This window tastes like sunshine.
They all do, honey. They all do. Lev Kramar, I came here today to apologize for all the Kramars, but now I think you owe me an apology. One Kramar. No, I like when you do it. I think it's funny, and I would ask that you do more of it. I like money. I like annoying everybody out there with stuff. Everything under the sun. Under the sun.
This is hard. This is hard.
Okay. But that's just me.
I poop in a bowl because nickels break the toilet pipes.
Jesus. That's close. I didn't see you Atomic Dogma again. Yeah, it doesn't have the luck of this.
My favorite part of fried chicken wings is eating the horn.
Eating the horn.
I poop in a bowl because nickels break the toilet pipes.
But again, great stuff. Making fun of my wife? Are you making fun of my wife? Who do we watch? tonight. I know Bauer's got some new stuff. And we usually do Bauer on Fridays. He did a members hangout last week. I don't know how that went. His Christmas stories are kind of sad, and I got yelled at by a fan last week. People said, people said that I was mean to him and stuff. Do you want fats? It's too much toe today. I did a whole show on the toe. I do get sent potential new ones from time to time. And I could scroll through my list if you're willing to look at a potential new one. I've got a list. Should we try a new guy? Let's try one. Let's try one. I know nothing about this. People send them. Some are better than others. Let's have a look at the channel. It's called I like this. 351 subscribers. 1,000 videos. I don't have 1,000 videos. I don't have 1,000 videos. This guy has 351 subscribers. 1,000 videos. The channel is called Is Jesus Really Real _ Will Jesus Ever Forgive Me? Bonk. Oh, what? So there's a lot.
Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about the wait.
Lot of stuff.
Boop. Well, this could be interesting.
These videos have 7 to 45 views.
John DeMarie.
Bet nobody here knows who this guy is.
His slender figure
What's
is
Iran
backlit
Ra?
by city
I thought
lights.
matter
It feels
and
like a
energy
Friday. He seems to be in a
created
good mood,
or
and
destroyed.
his shirt is still unbuttoned.
So he seems to be A-logging this guy,
Beautiful.
Iran Ra.
So tell me,
Is that what's happening?
are you here to make things right again?
Picking one.
Would you agree?
Beautiful.
Nothing cannot produce
I have some good news for you.
I know of no
My
example
Sunday friend is
beyond that
visiting
of
me tonight.
subatomic particles
I told him
linking
about you and he'd
atomic
like to say
existence
hello.
in quantum
Step in.
fluctuations.
He's already waiting.
Okay. Ra. Here's what perplexes me. The first law of thermodynamics. God damn it.
Oh,
the first
boy.
law
Okay.
of thermodynamics. God damn it. The first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics says matter and energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So when you say quantum fluctuations, subatomic particles coming in and out of existence. Where do they go? Where do they come from? I thought matter and energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
Where did the books go then?
Please enlighten me.
That's why I chose this
I want to
place.
know. This bothers me.
Martinez is special,
And
isn't it?
another thing. Matter and antimatter
Wait.
annihilate one
Suddenly
another.
you are
Do
deep
you
in
know what the
fumes.
word annihilate means? I thought matter and energy could neither be created nor destroyed. But then again, your definition
Yeah,
of nothing
it does feel like
is
the end
not
of the
the
week.
definition of
Such gentle
Aristotle in the
weather.
1st century. Nothing
That's
is
nice,
what
but
rocks dream about.
I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you look.
He takes another drag of his
is what
downstairs. A
rocks
cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's
all
going
this
to
has
leave
got
you
have
alone
come
again.
about by what
That's
rocks
sad.
dream about. And
He just picks up on little quote.
Just look
and
at it.
develops
It's a
deep
beautiful
theories, I
night.
guess.
Who's
he
going
was
to
being
stay in on a night like this?
facetious. So he
What about the ones where he's not like tearing a guy apart? Let's just get. Jesus Christ.
He's right. Only
He
losers
seems
go to bed
obsessed with
early.
this
Time to break
Iran-Ra
out
guy.
the booze. Something flutters in the corner of the loop.
We'll talk.
Is there anything he just
Just
does
not
on his
tonight.
own?
Take care, all right?
'Cause we don't want to really watch a guy. I want to just.
Okay.
What do I think about Kamala Harris for United States President? 3 thumbs down.
Okay. This is getting.
I only have 11 to get to a Mondu.
And he's gonna.
Look at this.
Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
This really happened.
Different.
The lead singer of the Mamas and the Papas was only hired as the lead singer after she got smacked
He's
on the
trying
head
to
by a
dive
pipe.
deep into the mist.
His shirt. No, I don't know why he's. Come on,
I
little
had
kid,
trauma.
let's go.
She can
We've got the
sing.
potential
She can
we
only
can
sing as
sing
good as
to.
I can.
He's.
All my pants are brown.
But afterwards,
Alright.
look at this. Her range was increased by 3 notes.
Wow.
Look at this.
Look at it.
Sometimes.
What's the resolution of your monitor? Whoa. Are you a monk?
I wish God
Are you building a temple?
would save me in the end as one of his children. But I wish he'd deliver me over to the hands of the devil.
Sweet.
And me
This
suffer.
could be Steel Toad's basement for all we know. Like, honestly.
A head trauma, head injury like this. And no longer be the loser I am today. Still be me, God. Yes, come back. Able to sing those high notes. And every note in between. Good enough to become a rich star.
I don't think this guy has it. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a swing and a miss for me. It's not compelling enough. It's not compelling enough, really. And he like has a guy he constantly makes fun of. So like, whereas a guy like what's Alex Chu up to? This was one of Moody's guys. Here's a guy, 3.6 thousand subs. His videos are averaging 150 views. And this guy, this is a fucking guy. This is a guy. You want a guy? Moody knows how to find a guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Chu.
What's up? This is
Oh, this guy.
He'll tell you who he is. Don't worry about it.
It's another episode. This episode, I want to talk about. It used to be cool, you know. It used to be cool to have a girlfriend or a wife, you know.
It used to be cool to have a girlfriend or a wife.
I mean, people were envious when they look at you. Ooh, look at that guy has a girlfriend or a beautiful wife or something. It's not anymore, you know. That's the
Now this is because he can't get one.
reason why a lot of guys are just quitting, you know. A lot of guys are walking out of the dating market. But before I talk about
Are you
that,
gay?
My name's Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small finger string sleepy. Wear them.
Physical immortality rings, you wear them on your fingers, you'll never age.
Age anymore. Become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 53. You know, in about 1 month, okay, like 1 month and a little bit, like almost 2 months, I'll be 54.
You sound 4. In 1 month and a little bit, I'll be 54. I'll be that many. Great.
If you look at my belly.
Every time.
Look at that.
He looks immortal.
Pretty skinny, right? Look at that.
The rings make you skinny. But the problem is they don't make rings big enough for fat
Officers of
people.
the Reverso Citizens Militia.
You shouldn't be
in a
seen
set
in
of 2,
an intimate setting.
and there's no Black Friday
For some reason,
deal.
you feel this man is your
The thin ever since I was
superior.
19 years old, you know.
Superior,
I think I'm
but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles
gained
Vidouin,
weight, you know,
and I'm an
never,
official with the coalition government.
my belly never changed.
I work for the Institute
Anyway,
of Price
if you go to my
Stability
website,
on assignment
livemuchlonger.com.
My
from Solar.
belly never
I heard you
changed.
talking to my friend.
I haven't always been this
Very good.
You can have lots. You can see lots of testimonials from Amazon
No,
customers.
first ask an innocuous personal question
If you're
to get the
interested, hey, you
interview
want to
off
look like me
on the
when
right
you're
foot.
54?
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting
Will I
the
talk
terms
like
here.
you? Yeah, I get it. ESL.
Yeah, I remember back in the days, you know, when I was a teenager, right? I look at like guys walking with beautiful girlfriends. You know, I used to be so envious. I used to be so jealous of that guy.
Oh yeah.
You know he worked on these abs just to get a girlfriend, and now he can't get a girlfriend because he's a weird loser. And like, he's like, yeah, now it's not even. It's actually not even cool to have a girlfriend now.
Yeah, girlfriends are gay.
Hot, you know, especially if this guy has a hot girlfriend. I remember even, I don't know, 15 years ago when I entered a strip club. I used to go to a strip club every day. I used to love that place.
Checks out.
Oh,
Checks
we
out.
got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Guys who think it's stupid to have
Personally,
a girlfriend are
I
always
think
at the
that's really all
strip
I can
club.
tell you about it.
Lev Kramar, may we please have
That
some Ty
didn't work
Rivera,
at all.
please? Yeah,
The
he just does the
lieutenant takes out
longest,
his
most boring
notebook
video.
and nods to you to proceed.
like wires.
Under Brad's tail
Uh-huh.
stings my tongue like wires.
Under Brad's tail stings my toes like wires.
Why are you under Brad? Why are you under Brad's tail? Brad's the dog. Cat says, I highly recommend you play Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. That sounds fair.
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man.
Is that a,
His family
Back
immigrated
in the
here
days
from
when I see,
Tehran, and life has not been easy
you know,
for him.
on the streets.
But he
downtown
understands
San
the importance
Francisco,
of
when
education.
I see a guy with
He has taken his future into his own hands. How did any of us become friends?
Not anymore.
Bad things happening on the Insulindian
Now I
Peninsula.
think that guy.
Or you'll be like, "Contraire." It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I'm just enjoying
I
the
don't know.
view.
Now I don't feel that way anymore.
Listen.
Because nowadays,
Baby
you know,
is
modern
crying
women, they're
in the
just like,
neighboring number.
they're just not the
No,
same. Really.
listen.
Modern women's not the same as
The Insulindian Bay.
girls back in the days.
This
I
place
dated,
used to be a luxury accommodation, but the million
I
reals you
dated a few
stay.
girls, you know, ever
You
since
can't take that.
ever since I was a teenager, right?
Ever since I was teenager.
And usually the girls are.
He gives off incel vibes. Yeah, because half of his videos are about like wanting a girlfriend.
Usually the girls are they're not like modern girls.
My friend comes and goes.
They don't demand
I'm sure
one thing
A
out of
busy
another.
bee.
The other half are about how
What
he
an odd
pisses, and
choice of
drinks
words.
it, and or something like that. I
Don't
don't
do
know.
that back in the days. They used to be very humble.
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS.
Like this
Oh, whatever that is.
When I was only 19,
They
a girl would
entered
ask me
negotiations
out,
in
call me,
21,
find
and it's
out
been
where I
pending
live.
ever since. EPIS
she
is
saw
a very
me,
special
she
program
saw
developed
me.
by
Who
the
was it,
Moral
Michaela?
Intern to support
With her
certain
friend.
Occidental nations. It,
God,
She saw me
yes.
with her
Sweet
classmate. She's
standardization.
from another high
We
school.
kicked
it was
Michaela out here
such
for
a
a week
wild
and she's
success
never come
that
back.
we expanded it into
think
an
we've lost
economic union
Michaela.
for the processing of steel.
For real this
Another
time.
why it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a
And
whole.
then she asked that guy.
It's
hey,
been
your
such a
friend
wild,
Alex,
extraordinary
what's his phone
success
number?
thus far.
Got my phone number.
We are
called me
very
up.
excited. A supranational
set up
political
dates.
alliance. The
I drove
United
her, right?
States
I drove
of
her.
Occident.
But then, you know, she actually paid half of the movie ticket. She paid half of the money for the meal.
You mean Revachol?
You know,
No,
she wasn't like, hey,
it's going
yo,
to have
you gotta pay for it.
transparent.
You gotta do this.
It's one day
Yo,
going
yo,
to be
yo.
a campaign.
Except that candidate
Back in the days,
members
it wasn't
never
like that.
become
Somebody said she's been
full
back.
members.
Oh,
No,
she has?
no. Candidate members do
I dated
become
a few
members.
times.
Why do we
Actually,
even
my
have the...
girlfriend
But we
never
were
asked me
talking
to pay
about
for
my
it.
friend here, not
You
politics.
know, when I was 18-year-old, I had a girlfriend, right? She never ever asked me to pay
Sorry.
for anything.
Imagine being 55 or 54 or whatever. The
But I told you,
farthest-
officer.
He has to go
He's a
back
bright
to
young
18
man here
and
to
19
pursue
to
his
talk about
education.
times he was with girls.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of... He's a truly free spirit.
He has to reach
She
back
likes all the arts.
35
Perhaps
years.
graphic design. I'm all ears, officer.
I remember
I'm
one
sorry
time
to
I
say
had
I
a
did,
girlfriend when I was 18.
He didn't see the hanging.
19.
He saw the little show staged by the
Like,
Hardys.
Jesus
Let him
Christ.
talk. He may know more
Moody's
than even
autistic
he
when he's trying to
knows.
get your attention.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night.
Rest.
It was so surreal to me. Like...
He holds out his hands.
Wow.
Loosens his fingers.
What do you
Come on, do
mean,
it.
Like in a play?
It was just so strange. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that
he's been
first
this
they
way
came
for
in,
2 decades
carrying
now.
what looked
Check out
like
this
a body.
interview from 2004.
And then I saw
oh, wow,
all the
really?
surrounding
Well, yeah,
windows
but that's
go
because he
dead,
can't get
one by
laid.
one.
So I'm saying, like, he wants a girlfriend so badly.
In
They
fact,
come over and see the bottles of piss everywhere.
she doesn't prefer to eat at restaurants. You know, I mean, after school, she would just come hang at my house, and then sometimes she would make me sandwiches.
That's when I understood. I should not
Back in the days,
pursue
it was
this.
like that. You know, these girls are actually
That lines
very
up with previous testimony. doesn't it?
Nowadays, I guess
Well done, detective.
it's
Only that
easy
there
to
were
find a
about
man.
8 or
You know,
10.
Nowadays,
I couldn't make out
they
anything.
just pull out their
It was so
phone and
dark.
swipe, swipe, swipe.
And it was
immediately
quiet.
just a whole bunch of guys. Right at the
Quietest
fingertip.
lynching I've ever heard. But I suspect you knew that already.
Bumble,
I can't say I'm
I don't know,
surprised.
Instagram, Hinge,
The fine
whatever,
reputation
right?
of the
How
men
do you
and
know
women
them all?
serving in the RCM is well.
If you have no interest in a woman, why do you know all the dating apps?
Guys are like all over the place, you know?
Like, you look like you don't own a
The
TV.
coalition is only the economy
So,
impacts the entire international
Now
community,
girls are
which is
girls are
why it
treating
requires
guys like
international
disposable.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner.
disposable
Wait,
paper
there
cups.
isn't actually an Institute
Yo,
of
women,
Price Stability.
we've treated women like that
is there?
forever.
Or maybe there is.
What's goose for the
God,
gander is
it's
gander for the
impossible to
gender.
understand whether someone from the moral intern
What's
is
good
joking
for the
or
goose
not.
is gander
Whatever
for
you
the
wish.
gender.
A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Some girls you treat like throwaway
It's against
cop.
diplomatic best practices for an official in my position
Like
to
a
be
man
discussing murders with local
as
militia.
worthless as
That's not the
disposable
real
paper
reason
cups,
he's
you
so
know?
apprehensive.
Like,
Men
you don't
in
want me
his
to-
Some men, that's
position
all they're
shouldn't be
worth. You
seen
can't understand a
loitering
woman who
around
just
in
wants to come.
underprivileged young men's apartments
That's
in
what
the
you're.
middle of
You
the
have
night.
hard abs and a big dick. I'd like to come.
Sure,
You're an idiot.
go ahead.
You're an idiot.
Yes, fuck you.
Was
know,
there
I'm just
anything
gonna
else?
Swipe you away and then I'll look
The
for the next guy,
coalition,
right?
the economy impacts
right
the
now-
la communauté internationale,
Demands,
your
I
employer,
mean,
technically. Well,
requirements are
you
so
could say
high, you
I'm
know, it's
undoing
expectations
some
so-
of the material.
so
It is
high
the
that, you know,
most
you gotta be
important thing.
6 feet
It's
tall.
the
you
central,
gotta-
which
you
is
gotta have
essential.
Basically, it makes
Precisely.
You gotta be cool.
That's
you
why
gotta
the
be
Institute
cock.
of Price
You gotta say
Stability
that-
works to keep
income.
inflation just below, but not too far below.
And,
No.
oh,
Who told him this?
Too
You
below,
gotta
it's a
be 6
coalition
foot tall. You
believes
gotta have
in
a
the
6-figure
importance
income.
of informing
He's
the
beating
public. A
himself
sound
up.
monetary policy
I
is that,
imagine this is kind of
I don't
similar
have
to
my
what
leaflets
maybe
on
what
me.
Aaron does to
That's too
himself.
bad.
most
It's
ridiculous
the
thing I've
International
heard,
Organization for
nowadays
Moralists.
is, a lot of
Hence,
women, they actually
Moralist
say it outright.
International.
There are more nefarious powers
Like,
to
if you
work
got
for
sick,
in the moral intern.
like if
But
you,
of course.
let's say you go to the hospital
Well,
and they
do you
diagnose
value freedom?
with cancer. Like, let's say,
Me? I'm a
yeah,
lieutenant
you got
of the
diagnosed with
RCM.
cancer.
A very moralist answer.
The
Or
lieutenant
you
is
got into
practiced
some kind
in
of
the
art,
art
some
of
kind
putting
of
on a show
accident, right?
for one's
Crashed and
superiors.
The
shattered
accident is
your-
part of the
your
norm.
Cancer accident?
Martinez? No.
You're
Revachol
paralyzed,
is
you know,
generally
from
difficult.
waist down or something.
It's led by an interim government,
girls-
which
the girl,
means it hasn't. But they
What
are working
happened? Why are
towards
you
it.
paralyzed?
You're all doing very well here,
Cancer.
relatively speaking.
Girlfriend or your wife, you know, they're not gonna stick around. And they
Is
actually
this
say it.
option
I saw this
D
one video. This
usually
woman
the
claimed
most
that, yeah,
reasonable answer?
the woman told
Not
told
boring,
her
my
boyfriend
friend.
that
Moralism is all about... Now, enough of this delightful
if you
political
become
interlude.
paralyzed, or
Oranje
if
is an
you become,
exemplary nation who, as a core,
if you
as founding
become, like,
members,
if
they are
you
both
fall into
very
your karma,
EPIS.
I'm not gonna stick around. I'll
Oranje's
give you 2
economy
weeks
is
max.
as one of.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Yeah, so it's like it's not romantic.
About what?
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, it's very
So
urban
no wonder
and
why
very well
nowadays
organized.
it's like
Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on
no,
time,
having girlfriend
the
or having
people are
wife is
polite
no
and
longer
efficient.
cool.
All right, whatever, man.
It's not
Like
a
I
cool
said,
thing anymore.
they are an example. What's there to say?
Not like back in the days when
Sur
you
la
see
clé. Moreover,
another
Darling,
dude with a
that
beautiful
can't
girlfriend,
be
you
an
get
official
jealous.
designation.
Or you become envious. No, I don't feel that way anymore.
Somebody said, I don't know
Because
if I'm
a
the
great
person to figure
Jamrock
out, but I can
and
watch
other
all the
parts of the
members-only
international
live
zone.
shows
whatever you wish. officer.
without a
Of course.
membership on my TV.
I'm glad I could.
YouTube controls that. I have no clue.
What's this? We're getting
And again,
reports
I'm
of
not
normal,
delusional. People can share your
reasonable,
shit and stuff. I asked if you like the
temperate,
show, support
political
it. You know,
opinions.
we asked you to join
The
the
air
overdose.
suddenly feels calmer. It's time to become a citizen of
lot of
the
people support the- I
kingdom
can't-
of conscience.
You know, it's like Ian Hawking.
Cool.
We're gonna stream.
It is
your-
not a place. It is a
Heck, I mean, you
moment
need everybody
in
for free.
time
It's like,
that can only arise in the right circumstance. Increment. Yawn. You'd get there faster.
I hope enough
History's
people like your show
greatest
to buy it.
catastrophes.
Shut
That's
up.
the genius of Dolores Day.
Like I don't.
She recognized that progress is meaningless
If you like,
if
it's
its
the same
gains
with
are
like
lost
with a
because of
band, man.
instability.
You gotta hope you have
The
enough real
kingdom is
fans
difficult,
to
partly because humanity will
give
need
a
to
fuck.
discard.
It's
It's also
New Jersey Ranger
post-industrial,
201. I'm never getting over
post-ideological,
the
and
bootleg
slow
Wolfenstein
down,
flag.
Mr. Reasonable.
This dude's
That's
speaking
right.
of days.
Remember,
As it
real
were.
democracy.
As it were.
Rick's thingy is so much better than Pat Pat's.
Okay.
Like a big strong stick for playing outside. When Rick uses it, he goes real loud, and his face gets all red and happy when he pees white.
Fucking hell. That's gross. Don't be crass. Don't be gross, podcast customer service. Cash member for 5 months. Wow, Ming the Merciless really let himself go. Drew member for 21 months. What's up with the Asian two-can opener guy? Yep, that is the very same. The two-can opener.
Like, you know, wearing Adidas shoes. I mean, wearing Nike shoes or wearing a Rolex, you know? Like, people wear Rolex watches. Why? Because of the brand, right? If you don't even have a brand, if you just have that beautiful watch, beautiful gold-plated watch, that looks exactly like a Rolex but without a brand, who the fuck is gonna buy it? Who's gonna buy that kind of watch?
Wow, I think it's by the Asians. Yeah, that's why you guys steal every piece of intellectual property that gets pumped through your country. Hello?
I mean,
I assume he's Chinese.
I might buy it for $20, but do not.
But then again, I assume everyone's Chinese. Have you met Michaela?
Expect me to pay like thousands of dollars for
Why is she so flat? Hello, got him.
It's always good to see you.
Watch that doesn't even have a
Something
brand,
in her demeanor has changed.
And what I'm saying is, women
She's
also.
tired,
I mean,
consigned
modern
to her
women's
fate,
brand is
to be
shot,
here with
you know?
you and what's to come.
Modern women as a brand, it's
modern
You
women
haven't
as a
listened
brand
to
are
it?
shot. He's a Mongol.
You sure you don't want to hear questioning me? Of course, officer. I'll cooperate. I'm guessing he tried to give you the door gun and they've got him saying he'd like to rape and kill. Do Ravishel Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
no longer.
It really upset the boys.
You know? That's the reason why
I
a lot
never
of
said he was a
guys
good
they
man.
just quit. They just say,
Only
fuck
that
it.
he wasn't
I don't
bad
wanna
to me.
date anymore. I don't want a wife anymore. You know.
Modern guys, that's what we say. I don't
We're all
want to date
scraping up
anymore.
any
I don't want
happiness
a
we can
wife
find,
anymore.
officer.
Did he tell
Most
you?
people actually don't want a wife. They want a
No.
date. They want to fuck.
We were
This
too
guy's
busy
like,
laying waste to our own
I just
nervous
rather
systems
pee
to
in
direct
bottles
any of the
than eat
fury
Corolla.
outward.
Cool,
Because,
cool,
I mean,
cool.
There is a small measure of pride.
That's about it, I think. It's not a very long tape.
Imagine selling this ring and thinking
The
people would
tape?
buy it when you go into the sad.
A memory
sad
surfaces.
parade.
I think he said whore a lot.
Even if
He
I
said this
did
was-
get a
Kohoy,
girlfriend once.
a village that was the site of infamous war
Like
crimes
what?
in the south.
He wasn't
That
actually
makes me
there.
boring, going, even
Not
if
from
I
what he
did
told
ever
me,
get a
at least.
girlfriend.
No.
Even
I'm pretty
still,
sure he did terrible
no.
things.
These
and
days
then
is
had
being
to
paralyzed
internalize
isn't
them to keep
romantic
on
anymore,
living.
he said.
Until they just sort of turn
Don't
into
tell Papa
his,
Patty, but $2 bills taste the best.
what's the word I'm looking for? Running joke. I was gonna say running joke.
Ah.
And that tape didn't even get the good bits. Letty's punchlines got way funkier. He was like the 70s conflict.
Oh, that's his name?
Massacre, and the 36 famine Jesus all rolled into one person. Then encased in Orani's
What's the point of
ceramic
marrying a
armor,
woman or having a
which he wore
girlfriend
in
that
bed
doesn't make
and
me
in the
look
shower.
good?
That's his name?
It sounds like he really gets the concept of a partnership.
I'm quite sure he didn't, officer.
Fuck.
Anytime, officer.
Do you say that out loud on
It
the
isn't
dating app?
much closure, but it is enough.
See, back in the days,
She
if I
is
had a
ready to
beautiful
talk
girl
about
beside
it
me,
now.
right? Other guys would envy it.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
As it were.
Guy would become envious.
Thank you.
Technically,
guy will be
possession.
looking at me
No,
and
no,
say,
don't
"Wow,
listen to the
that's a
stiff.
lucky guy right
Be cool.
Right? I make other people
With
jealous,
money,
you know?
sir.
But nowadays,
It's
it
The
doesn't matter how
anti-star
beautiful your
is,
girlfriend
or
is. It
was,
doesn't matter
a
how
Vespertine
gorgeous
rock and
your
roll
wife
star.
is.
Very funky.
The other guys, they don't look at you anymore. See, that's...
All right.
Like, for example,
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lenny. I guess. He came from Lenny's dad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
I have a few questions you can help us with.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Oh no!
But nowadays, it doesn't matter how beautiful your girlfriend is. It doesn't matter how gorgeous your wife is.
It very well could be, yes.
The other guys, they don't look at you anymore. See, that's...
What do I mean? I have no idea.
Holy shit!
That's not funny, officer.
Thing, you know? It's like wearing a watch, okay? A beautiful watch, but it doesn't have the brand.
I'm not a funny
It doesn't
guy.
say Rolex or Omega.
It's like if a guy's not gonna look at it.
Oh.
You know, and other people look at your watch and they know it's fake. They know this watch is made in China.
Quite a
or
lot.
something. It's
Yeah.
not
It was a map
Swiss watch.
of
It's
his
just
life
some
and the
watch made in
places he
China.
visited as a soldier. It was
It doesn't
mostly
make you
for
look
showing
good
off to
anymore,
chick.
you know?
How? Imagine him lying in bed.
Oh.
Freak.
Is
So I
this
say modern
Orani's
women, I don't know,
lit?
the brand is, their reputation has been destroyed.
Yes. This is the very essence.
Hell
of
yeah.
smoking
Look
and
at
drinking.
him is because modern
And
women
his
have
chest
destroyed
and shoulders
themselves.
and arms are studded with stars.
Otherwise, dudes would be
and,
eating this
and
up.
the woman goes like, "What was
I don't
this,
blame
baby?"
women. I don't blame
And he
women.
says,
I blame technology.
"That was
you know,
too
because right now,
hardcore. Don't ask me about that."
companionship
goes,
it's almost free,
"Okay,
you know?
but what's this, baby?"
Like it's so easy
and he's
to
like,
find somebody. You
"Saw some bad shit there. Killed
This
some
is a
loincloth."
level of
And so it
cope
goes.
we may have never
Star
ever
after
seen.
star, port after port.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
You know, especially for women, it's so easy.
No, thank you.
All you need to do is
I've seen enough of him dead.
open up an account at
I can tell you what they meant without
OnlyFans.com.
looking at them.
Open an account at
Go on.
Facebook or
He was a
Instagram,
blue-eyed boy with
Bumble,
thick
Hinge,
arms.
whatever.
From
Facebook.
small town.
You open up a Facebook account,
He
you're
was
gonna
also
have so
poor,
many
and the
bitches.
government of Orania needed some
I'd
people
recommend
killed.
don't.
He
If
went
you
to
don't like
Killer
being
Academy
flooded
and
with
Freddy Fuck.
pussy,
Then he
keep
killed
off
some
that
people on the
butt.
Seminine Islands. And on other islands too.
And
All
every
of
day,
the islands.
You know,
After this,
especially
he
if
came
you're
to
a woman,
Revachol
you're gonna
and got
see
killed
so many
himself.
messages. So many guys would text you, you know, would try to hook up with you.
Jelly much?
Change
It's
the
like-
topic, perhaps.
So
All of his problems revolve around
No.
not enough dudes reaching out to him.
man becomes like a disposable paper cup.
In
you know,
Orania,
as worthless
officer.
as a disposable
It's
paper cup.
You
I
already
think
said that.
The
Women,
Leilstadt
they will
municipality
never ever
has
treat
You
a
were
man
almost right,
seriously
officer.
anymore.
That means his race was occidental.
By the way,
not
what's wrong with the
mondial.
disposable paper cup?
We were compatible.
Did that bring you together?
No.
No.
He's too old for that.
Fully
And from
biodegradable?
another part of Oranian Rek.
Seems fine.
Sex,
Because in
alcohol.
their eyes,
You really want a plastic cup so it lasts forever. Okay. Silence, dude.
He was 42.
I'm starting to think he's lying about the ring.
Cool.
And his
42? Are
secret
you
to
sure?
immortality
I
is
would
a
have had
lack
him
of
above
pussy.
50.
But
Hell yeah, I
haven't
guess
dated a
42.
guy, so I'm confused. What?
He had many scars that made him appear older.
Okay, every man
But
is
no.
worthless, you know?
He even celebrated
So
his
it's
birthday
like-
some weeks ago. It was
So
a funny.
if,
Looks
a,
like you were
if a
right,
man is
Louisa.
worthless, if I am worthless in your eyes,
Worthless.
then why
Points
would I
are
allow
good.
you in my house?
Have one, you
right?
old dog,
Why?
before we all die.
Stay out, women. Why would I even allow you in my house?
The young woman
Would I date you?
looks
Why would I
at
buy
you.
you dinner?
Then the
I ripped open a
lieutenant.
bunch of
She's
magazines
clearly
for the
sensing
circle of
something.
that cotton that
A
comes
spike
out
in testosterone
all
levels.
in front of my windows and doors.
Yes. Light blue.
Why would I allow you in this house?
They were like partner
Why would I
Remember,
swearing.
I have to invite you in.
I do him
Why
an
would I pay for
injustice.
anything for you?
He wasn't
Why
ugly.
would I pay
He
for
had to
you?
combat
It's-
one.
It just doesn't make any
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
Severe.
Plus, I'm gonna live forever. So it's
It
just
made
gonna
him
be
look
sad
like
when I die.
Ah, yes. Israel?
It
Because
was
I'm
light
gonna be
brown,
alone.
almost
Like you're
blonde.
never gonna get any
He
inheritance.
darkened
'cause
it
I'm
with
immortal.
brilliantine. Made
I know I'm
oily.
worthless, so why should I
Not
pay for
oily,
it? It's-
isn't
it's-
it?
You understand what I'm saying?
We have that in common now.
A little bit. Actually, mostly no.
Not like back in the days. I know that if I fell off a motorcycle and I got injured, I become paralyzed. I know my wife is gonna be with me, right? My wife.
Be with you.
Wife would.
The young woman
My
nods.
if my wife doesn't work, she would suddenly
Alright.
pick up a job or something. Like I'm paralyzed, I can't
Coolly,
work.
gracefully, she
And now
pulls
it's time
herself
for my
more.
wife
I
to stand up for
understand.
me. My wife would take care of the household. She would go out there and work, right?
We need a hero. This video is called "It's No Longer
I'm sorry
Cool
for wasting your time.
to Have a Girlfriend or
I
Wife
should've
That's Like
known
Men
you'd-
Quit." MGTOW.
That you'd find out.
This men going
Clear
their
the
own
air
way
first between
movement
you
is
two.
fucking
No,
wild.
it's not good. It's the opposite
It's
of
so
that.
it's so
This will let her
fucking it's such
shush.
a cope
I
from
can't hear what
incels.
she's saying.
They call it men going their own
Why
way now.
did you waste
MGTOW.
our time
And
then?
basically it
Because
means,
of the
oh yeah,
Heinies.
you won't fuck me, I won't
I
fuck
couldn't
you.
just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me.
You don't want to be with me?
Oh,
I don't
shit, I've
want to
gotten
be
into.
with you. Men are going their own way.
I am not.
Moody wants
You're
us to
right.
watch a video from him.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension,
Briefly
introduce us
glances
to
over
this
her
clown.
shoulder to the sea. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, wine dark in the evening lights.
Oops.
Well, that's gonna get me.
Yeah, interesting.
Back. What are we doing here,
The
Moody?
Buindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
you share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people.
What happens if
You will kill me, sir. If you fire my name, take me in for questions. Well, then I'm fucked.
behind
For
millions of the
nothing.
most intriguing,
This murder
outrageous,
didn't have it.
and in
It's
many
not
cases,
nice,
terrifying
but it's not
websites,
illegal.
I'm going
Not
to
here
need
in
to live
Ravishal,
a very long time.
or even in a
What
perhaps
exactly
forever.
did you do?
industrial
That's why one of my
espionage.
first stops is
I joined a business
AlexQ.com,
collective with the intention of
the site
betraying
of a
them.
man who claims
Huh,
to be a
hold
I
on.
did my job
inventor
well
than
enough to be asked to do
Einstein,
it again.
Tesla, or Edison. A man who claims to have invented rings that will make me immortal. Given this
Yeah, no shit. If first of all,
lofty claim, it was with nervous anticipation that I climbed the stairs to meet this internet giant. Yet I also felt queasy because his house.
I don't like this, Moody. I don't like doing this kind of stuff. I like just watching him. He's just like through someone else. I'm gonna watch it because it's short, but like, come on, man.
Was absolutely filthy.
Oh, only because they got a camera in his house to see. Okay, I know what you're doing. Holy shit. Because you want to see the timer. You want to be able to set the timer. But this keeps the grease off
Of everything?
everything, I'm guessing?
I guess, yeah.
Fuck.
Because his house was absolutely filthy.
Fascinating.
Oh. Oh no. I gotta learn to start trusting this Moody, but I don't.
Alex, thank you so much for inviting me into your home.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a fan of yours. I've been reading your webpage for many, many years. Forgive me if I'm a little nervous. Okay. You're kind of an imposing figure.
Okay.
Alex, what was the eureka moment? That moment when you said, my God, these rings work. I am going to live forever.
The theory I posted on my website talking about cells are all magnets. When you
cells are all magnets.
Cells are all magnets.
Yeah. I
Oh.
cells are magnets, and they become denser. They stick together. If the body has,
Well, that makes a lot of
the
sense.
human body has more magnetic flux flowing through the whole body.
Of course.
Alex, what kind of scientific background do you have?
I don't have any. I was a chef.
I was a chef.
Ah! Oh my God. This makes Addicted to Prophet's house look like you could eat off the floor.
Uh-oh.
Yo. You get to live forever, but you have to live like this. Yeah, I wonder why he has roaches. Fuck. All this because he's too lazy to wipe the stove.
Alex, if I wear these rings that give me eternal life, and I go outside your hovel and I get hit by a bus, will I die? Oh yeah, of course.
Hovel. Slipped it in.
Of course.
Of course you'll die.
What if I get cancer?
If
you won't. You won't. No cancer accident.
Probably not.
Why do you want to live forever?
Huh.
So I'm afraid of death. I don't want to die. What do you think?
You know, because why not?
If you want to filter all your blood the most efficiently, you do it in the pinkies. All your blood goes through the pinkies.
Yeah, all your blood goes through the pinkies and all your vital organs are behind your left knee.
And you'll be able to demagnetize it.
The other side.
I don't know what's on the other side, but it doesn't make any difference. I mean,
he's not wearing them. I guess you only wear them when you sleep.
Based on Christian Bible, it says that if you die, you're gonna go to heaven and live forever. Forever, it's still forever. So what's the difference? It's like moving from here to San Francisco to Oakland. You know, just one bridge. I mean, I might as well just save myself the time. Don't even die. Don't even age. Just live here forever. You know, I like here.
When you die, you go to heaven, which is eternal life. This logic. When you die,
so why have eternal life in heaven and wait for eternal life when I can just do it now?
Crossing from one place to another, like crossing a bridge in San Francisco. So why bother? I'll just save myself the time and just live forever on this side of the bridge. Where you know. Frankly, less blacks. A lot of blacks have crossed over because of the violence.
San Francisco to Oakland, you know, just one bridge. I mean, I might as well just save myself the time. Don't even die. Don't even age. Just live here.
No, because their culturally. Okay, this is.
You know, I like here. I like Earth. You know, why should I move all the way to heaven? I don't even know what they have.
I like here. I like Earth.
Why should I move to heaven? I don't even know what they have over there. What if they don't get dirty jobs?
Yeah, what if heaven, like, it sucks? What if heaven, like, is gay? What if heaven, like, doesn't have Wi-Fi?
But they definitely don't have strip clubs. No.
You spend a lot of time in strip clubs?
Oh,
sometimes. You ever gonna end up like one of these people?
Oh, no. Jesus, they're like, what is this? Is this a house of deads?
It's
yes.
a cemetery, yeah.
This place is so gay.
It's a house of dead. And what did he win?
Wild.
Bringing up gays.
I don't know. Jeez, I'm a loser. Only gays like me. Girls don't like me.
I'm kidding, black people. I don't want to get mail on that.
Why do you think of yourself as such a loser? I mean, you said yourself that you're the greatest inventor in the history of the world. You say that this is the greatest invention of all time. Do you still stand by that claim?
Yeah, but it doesn't help girls keep on thinking you're Frankenstein because you're, you think you can make people live forever.
You know, Alex.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not
With
that
a
women
bigger
think
company,
you're nuts for thinking.
the kind you
that you
really,
can make
really
people live
don't
forever.
fuck with.
I need the names of the companies involved.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank.
Okay,
They
that's
sound
good.
small, but they're-
But she
think you're
really
Frankenstein,
destroyed
which
them.
I'm using
As to
correct.
who hired me for the job,
If you
I
get
don't
the
know.
doctor.
But they're after
Okay.
me too.
All the people
Laws
who
cap.
buy the ring
These
for
people
Frankenstein's
engineer
monster.
financial disasters
But I
in
guess he's
second
kind
world
of both.
countries. The conglomerate also
Therein,
includes the
that
Bank of
duality
Consecration,
lies this
Airbag, and
entire
the popular Papalolo
conundrum
line
here.
of dairy
And that's
products.
why he feigns
Yeah.
relationships with
That
strip
the
clubs with women he
fucking
knows
Lola
there's
wants
no
to kill me.
risk of being attached
Hell
to
yeah.
because, well, it's just easier, ain't it?
I personally would live in any one of these
It is.
mausoleums before I live in
Many
that
people
shit-ass
lost their
attic of
jobs.
yours.
Not just a lot of people got hurt.
That can wait.
Shit.
Look into her eyes. There's more.
I would personally live in
one of them
any
killed
of these
themselves because of me.
mausoleums.
I don't
Nice.
care how cold it gets and yours. Personally would live in any one
How
of
do
these
you deal with
mausoleums before I
anything?
live in that
It's
shit-ass
all
attic
just-
of yours.
How do you do it?
Yeah, I don't care.
We're gonna
Uh-huh.
need Dan again.
Before I live in.
I just.
I do that too.
I
Yes.
personally would live
It's
in any one of
unbelievably
these
effective.
mausoleums before I live in
Especially
that
when
shit-ass
combined with sick. We were there. Together.
How claustrophobic
In bed.
is it?
I mean. Okay.
attic of yours.
He was in a kneeling position.
Now look at this.
He
He's
had
like
just
blown
entered
through
me.
this cushion.
I
Nice.
was on my back, looking at him. I heard
Of
the
this
window behind me
chair?
shatter, and I turned to look.
So he's like put fabric over
There was
it
a hole
and
in the
tucked
glass.
it down in between the cushion and the bar.
I turned back to him.
Like what in the fuck is on that chair?
His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open.
Her chest rises.
Nice,
and
nice, nice,
falls
nice,
with
nice.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me. He was heavy. I pushed him off, and he fell to the floor. There.
Sleeping on tops or
He only had his boots on.
At least I
I
don't have
bit
to
the
spray
pillow, not to scream, then run downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come.
The
For me.
cans and jars are filthy.
I thought there would be one.
She's forgotten about her cigarette.
Please, you know what I'm
The
saying?
butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Yeah. Let's go live, okay? Let's sing some karaoke, buddy. Yeah, let's go.
So am I.
What? And out of it.
She throws it away.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would have.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. We've done a line, plus other things. I was
What the
drinking.
fuck?
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
gonna drop the bomb or not?
I did one of his lines,
I'm not.
just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should.
Did you hear or see the shoot?
No.
But we never say never.
Yeah.
Asians
I
were
was
good.
trapped.
Just the Japanese.
Stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore.
Run, woman. Run past
Wow,
her
I don't even.
and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection.
Oh no.
As she pulls on the cigarette, looking up
definitely
at the
no
sky.
nuts.
Her hair ripples in the breeze as she stands there, silent.
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there.
Personally, I think
Ruby
the
was
Is
there
that
too.
true?
They were having such a good time. I sat down and
Ruby?
Alex Chu. Is he nuts?
Ruby.
Yes. If nuts is
You know,
selling enough rings to
the
buy over
leader.
$3 million worth of real estate in San Francisco.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone
the Hardy
believe
Boys.
that?
Alex only chooses
Well,
to live humbly.
nominally, yes.
Christ-like.
Ruby's the one
Personally,
they
I
go
think
to
the
when
ring's
things
a load of
happen.
crap.
Like,
But I
This
still
Ruby,
love Alex.
in her
How would you
phrasing,
matter how
is entrusted.
Would you say she is the eighth
long I
Hardy
do
Boy?
live,
It just
Why
makes
not?
them stronger.
well,
even in my
Ruby said
darkest
let's talk
moments,
upstairs.
His song.
I showed her the room.
Uh huh. Okay.
I've known these people. She said she'd take care of this. It's That's what she does, you know, take care of things. I help.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging.
So what, she's like a fixer?
Yes.
We completely missed the tempering. Looks like you got there in time.
Like, honestly,
What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes.
Oh, that
Ruby
leaves me
explained
so
it would make the blood. You know what he does.
Moving on.
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom.
It's time.
I had to put his clothes back on. His armor too.
One more minute.
It was tough. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging.
And this time
Ruby
he's not
said,
eating.
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the
Okay.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did?
Come back at you with
Look
a
into
very
this
special
later.
video. The first in a series where I am going to
When he
show
was
you
shot?
the kind of
Yeah, Royce, the fatty fat.
I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Christmas has been less and less about receiving gifts and more about
Last
giving
week,
gifts. Like,
Angus and
there is
Titus's
a
brother,
genuine joy
I think he's called
giving
Kid.
someone
You should
something
have
they
another
want,
look at that window after this.
then being
Reconstruct
like, oh, this
the
is
scene.
actually really cool.
It's
Thank you
right
so
there.
much.
Yes,
So with that,
you see the glass sparkling
going
out
to-
of the corner of your eye.
And like that is still a selfish feeling, yeah, but it's
That's the
fun
first
for
thing that went through my head. I thought they'd
said, I'm
found
going
me.
to be wrapping the
They've
presents
killed
up.
him to punish me so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
It probably didn't.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
I'm sorry,
I
what's
thought
a
they'd found
scarab?
me. They've killed him so they wouldn't
So
be
like
hurt.
a cherub, but with a
I've come to understand how.
We
Get a
can't go
mask
after.
on?
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. There's one. What?
A blue beetle
Why would I put myself through? He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know.
All kinds of crazy things happen when he could have been he was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand,
So this
a
is
military
a
weapon using jacketed
GameStop
ammunition.
exclusive.
No. I
Magnetic
specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me.
that's based on
He only
the,
had his stupid armor.
like weird
I don't know.
robot
His
thingy
friends have rifles. Maybe those psychos did it.
She might have been a tad disingenuous when she avoided talking about the bullet in his head before.
I've said I'm sorry. What more do you want me to say? I did my best not to lie. It didn't always work.
That he'll enjoy this. I got some.
I did not kill him to defend myself
Okay.
from rape. I told you.
True, sire. Tis
You
true.
usually gotta turn the lights off so they can.
Like what?
Wrapping paper this year. I wanted something festive. I normally try to go for something
She
Batman.
nods silently.
Normally for
He's
He has
thinking,
a lot of shirts
"Oh,
to say I may be
should
wrong,
we
but I
arrest her?
doubt it.
She's a flight risk and she no, that won't be necessary. Just this guy won't budge.
Also, I suck
You have
at
to wake
cutting
Multiface
wrapping
up
paper, so I got one of
forcefully
these.
if you want to continue pushing her.
A wrapping paper cutter.
Okay. I believe.
So let's try it out.
What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She probably didn't make the goddamn call either. And her name is not Glazia Amandu. Take it easy. Start at the top. See?
You're way early. It's not even the weekend before Christmas. So you
I agree.
really
You
antsy
wouldn't
in your
give us your
pantsy there,
real
weren't you?
name.
Jesus.
Not when
If,
people are
maybe
after
he's
you.
worried he won't live that long.
Okay.
If you're watching this video before Christmas, it means I'm dead. Fuck.
Okay, it's not.
Fuck.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir.
Jesus
I
Christ.
couldn't just beg you not to enter my name.
Don't you just want
So I
to
lied.
grate his head over some fries?
Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time.
Insert it like so.
I'm so tired of it.
We know how it works. We know.
You unwrap.
Her real name doesn't matter.
You want to unwrap.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever
And
is
you jerk
next.
off the wrapping paper, yes.
There may be grounds here. At least.
This is
A
cousin
little
shit.
whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Oof. Let me read your palm. Diabetes.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. As if in the...
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear. She slowly... As you look back, you think, so love did do if it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42. Below
He's
the
definitely gonna
damage,
cut himself
the
doing
wicks
this,
of
right?
decomposition. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurement. Huh?
Just use your circular saw like
Huh?
a man.
58.
Alright, thanks.
Like, why didn't he just use
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
X-Acto knife or a pen knife or a utility blade or some sort of
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
butter dish. So did your cholesterol.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
True.
He bought a tool so this wouldn't be
I
hard.
didn't say 62. I said 58.
He bought a tool so this would go quick.
Wait, this requires scientific measurements.
This is
To the
one.
laboratorium.
Imagine how it feels. This is a good point. Alex Chu should have recognized that slow girls are in now, and you can just get one of them.
That's funny.
The exchange rate is rock bottom.
I was just thinking. What a
Bigger, it's getting bigger. Stop it.
Hey, I don't know if you know, but I'm wearing your boyfriend's boots.
That's what she said.
This window is pristine on the inside. The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit
If
shapes,
ifs and
a
buts were
man and a
candy and
woman
nuts, we'd
on
all
a
have a
single bed.
Merry Christmas. I hope your cousin and roommate doesn't watch your YouTube channel. Spoiler alert. Nailed it. Holy shit.
Got him! Got him!
Holy shit.
Oh!
He's
Like
not
the
only
witness said,
ruining his sheep,
the man is
he's
kneeling,
ruining the whole
the woman is on
fucking
her back.
roll.
It's the night of March 4th as a shot has just been fired.
The whole roll is fucked.
The man looks directly at the woman.
Yeah.
The shot's possible directions
He's
converge
just
in his mouth.
fucking it.
A ray cast from somewhere outside, from the roof outside. Location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona
Shit.
behind the
Oh
woman's back.
shit. Easy. Easy.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Oh god, I think I'm gonna go back to when there was hope. The moment right before it just went to shit.
The ray cast from the man's mouth
Holy
unravels
shit.
into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin.
Careful. Careful.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than we could, 72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belma-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance.
Somebody
but
get
not
this
the
guy a
lights
meat
were on in
slicer.
there.
I want to see him try
Outside
to cut
it
his
was
own
dark.
ham.
It was like shooting fish in an aquarium.
Holy shit.
A well-lit aquarium.
That's
The victim
fucking
opened
unreal.
his mouth
This
to
is
let
a
the
little
bullet
unreal.
in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Stay.
None that you've found thus far. But that doesn't mean there aren't. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
Take all of it off the roll,
That's
ball
a
it into a ball with the president in
yes.
the middle, and say
In
it's
this
a new
model,
way to
the
rap.
shot could
Now
have
it's
come
like,
from
now
a
I'm
greater
trying to
distance.
find out.
Nothing
Now I'm just
excludes
trying
the
to get this fucking
possibility.
thing
Should we extrapolate to
to the
include
point where
every...
I can get all the ruined paper out.
You would need a map for that. A map of Martinez.
The bookstore. They have maps. You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from the roof, right?
Oh, God. Did
Good.
your cat
We
get
should come
into
back with the
this?
map and compare the landscape to the radius of the...
I hate it so much. I hate wrapping paper so goddamn much.
Kingdom of Conscience.
Why don't stores offer the ability to gift wrap it for you anymore? Like, gee,
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now.
Christ.
Moralists
I'm
don't
sick of
really
this
have
shit.
beliefs.
Let
Sometimes
me fucking
they
pay
stumble on
someone to
one,
do it for me.
like on a child's toy
Like, by the way,
left on the
you
carpet.
out-of-touch fuck,
The toy
we're
must
all
be
just
put
doing
away
bags
immediately,
of the little tissue paper
and
now.
the child reprimand.
What's going on? Your little decorated bag. Throw the thing in. Some of them even come with the tissue paper. And then that person can keep it and re-gift. I mean, and you don't even have to throw it away. That's what people are doing now.
I hate wrapping paper. I hate wrapping paper. I hate fucking wrapping paper. Okay, so apparently
Take two.
I did do it wrong. Okay, so
By the way, girls think that looks better anyway.
be on the bottom. No, yeah, it's supposed to be on the bottom. Okay, and I'm supposed to press it into it.
Not for the children. Yeah, this isn't for the children, is it?
Okay, yeah, that is a little better. Okay, that is better. Now to hide the awful tear I already did. Hold on, I gotta get the cookies out of the oven.
Fuck, and we just see like the tippy top of his gunt. He's got a rock to get up.
There we go. Now the house smells like sugar cookies and
An ass. Sugar cookies and fat BO.
get back to wrapping. Okay, so stop it. There are many different ways to wrap a present.
Yeah, we watched one earlier. Are you okay?
My
What if I go on the back?
grandma's mom's side, her preferred method is to tape stuff directly to the present. However, I do not like doing that because there is the chance that they want to return it, and you don't want them to have to do that. Okay, so.
Also, isn't this a numbered collectible? This should have been in a bag.
Over.
It's too long. You gotta cut it more. What are you gonna do with all that extra paper? Are you alright? This ain't right. This ain't right.
I have a lot of extra wrapping paper.
Oh.
Right. Too bad you didn't buy scissors.
So, you know, it's gonna be... It's gonna be a little rough.
This thing's gonna have so many overlaps of paper. The back's gonna be so fucking thick, like when I wrap my brisket. Tuck the extra paper underneath.
Get back there. You are not allowed to do that.
If you were really good, you'd match it up. If you were really good, you'd match it up so it's seamless. Why do anything half-assed?
That's a bad piece.
They should have said when they ripped you out of your mom's cunt. I think this is just a little goo. Oh, wait, that was the kid. A little rough with the C word there. I apologize.
Son of a mother. I hate wrapping stuff
Yes?
so much.
Tart in the tape.
This is why I pay for gift wrap on Amazon.
And whores.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Like, wrapping gifts is one of the hardest, dumbest things about Christmas.
Yep.
Also, like, you know,
That's why it's been a part of the biathlon and the Olympics for 72 years.
it's up there with putting up Christmas lights. That's why
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is precinct 50. Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few...
The lieutenant leans in to listen.
Whoa, this is
Note,
gonna
That
be
suit of
rough.
armor was issued to an Oranese citizen
He
named
just went
Elie
straight up.
Tortenaire.
We're not
That's
folding any angles into this.
E-L-L-I-S. He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. This is what the
Wow.
ICP knows about him. He was raised by
fold it
foster
down.
parents,
All
entered the East Branch, then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did.
if you put up
And that's
Christmas
it.
lights, God
There are
bless
no
you.
records of his
I
employment.
could not
None,
do
officer. Sorry.
Right.
It's a garden tool used to
I
press
can't be
leaves
bothered to
into
put up
It
Christmas
is.
lights. I'm
Thank
too
you,
busy
Alice.
taking down sugar cookies.
Okay, these are very big pieces. I wasted way too much paper here.
The name. This is very good.
Not
Elie
everything's gotta be a
Tortenaire.
tape, I guess.
This means something to him. To know that name. Sometimes police work is about human
At
dignity.
this point, he's going to
I'm
get
glad the
scissored.
inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer.
He's
Did you have
finally
any other
broken
questions?
down,
Just a moment.
and he's
10-4,
going
Camille,
to
officer,
get
over.
scissored.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that.
Feels good to get that off your chest, right?
Now,
Celebration with beer.
when wrapping a present,
Roger that,
it's good to
10-10,
have, like,
over and out.
it's good to have.
Thank you.
An adult, a
The
competent
surrounding
adult
blaze
to
of
do
the
it.
electric lights
For
makes
you.
the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage seem
You know what I mean?
do something important, something murderous. This is a Caprice Canema. The Caprice
We
motor
know.
with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition and even at a standstill, the unibody
There's that, and
someone
there's
has
that.
waxed it cohesively.
You can get with this. All right, he's not in bad shape there.
Flip these over.
You want to
fold
take a
it
closer look?
first.
Make it look presentable.
Fold. No. Oh god.
Yes.
Oh
An
god.
extraordinary.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Helium
Five
headlights
guys
would
puts
improve
fries
the range
in a
and
bag with
quality.
more
It's a
grace.
bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper
This is
off-road components.
vile.
Okay.
Actually, I have a pair
Nailed
at home. Just haven't gotten around to
Just
fitting
repeat
them
the
yet.
process.
I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
Oh,
Maybe.
bless his heart. bless
Yes,
his heart.
definitely, maybe.
And means no.
Sadly, I'm more familiar with Blue Beetle from
130.
bleh.
I reckon that's
Ooh.
a 7.
Holy
Man,
shit.
that's got to be a major
Justice
advancement
were like-
over the KR1
This is how they hand you fish over the deli
and the
counter.
old
was like
Caprice 40.
betraying the entire Young Justice League because
7.2.
this Scarab thing takes
Supercharged.
over, which is so dumb to me.
Saying
I don't know,
these
like,
words brings him
that should
immense
have been
joy.
way later.
Imagine if you like got a house and it was built like this.
Oh wait, no.
Sure, we've wasted a ton of paper. I'm going to hell for all the garbage I make. Now comes the fun part. We put a lovely little sticker on and write
No.
our cousin's name and write my cousin's name on it.
Our cousin?
Which one should I pick? I got these lovely foil ones that have the nice little glow on them. I think I'll go with this camper. No, the camper. I think I'll save those for my little cousins because they love camping and stuff.
Wow, he wants to take kids camping.
I'll do this front door one.
Kim, can I stay the night with you?
We put it up in the corner.
The same small, heavy door. No lock. It's barred from the sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Jesus Christ, like your tits?
Oh, yellow.
Rustic tits.
The same small, heavy door.
Right next to rustic
No
cunt.
lock in sight.
I'm high.
There we go. And that's the present made.
You kick it.
Yeah, I was really bad at first, but we got there. This is very nice.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Anyway, you all have a good evening.
This will be up Christmas weekend, everybody. I think there's more, Royce.
You kick it. The door has.
I don't really know if you. Okay, would you like to check in on an old favorite who's kind of shifted gears? That's why we haven't really covered her recently. Her name's Planet with
the palette.
And she's kind of gone off the deep end. And I mean, it would have to be pretty deep. But she's basically reading tarot cards now and making reels. It's pretty rough to look at. This is all she does now, and the views are low. So it's real low effort content. No cooking anymore, really, at all.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
It's non-stop with this bitch.
You kick.
This is the one I wanted to watch, I think.
This video came across your feed.
Message from Spirit
The
about
same
overcoming
small,
limiting
heavy door.
beliefs.
No lock in sight.
All right, one more try.
One of her most popular vids.
Hi, if this video came across your feed, it's because the universe has a message for you.
It does. For all of us, really.
Divine message
The
this
same
morning from
small,
the universe
heavy door. No
about
lock
All
in
right.
sight.
limiting beliefs. I feel this is a message I have to share because it's something that I myself have been working
You
on.
kick it.
The door has withstood your.
Below,
Even with
in the union
what
box,
I'm currently doing.
was there something behind the
which
window?
is
In the
creating
hawthorn
this
branches.
witchcraft
No one
content
knows.
for
Okay.
y'all.
It is a
Witchcraft has
fleeting
been a part
feeling.
of my life since I was a teenager, as my mom is also a witch, and that's around the time when she became
We
a
knew this because a lot of our house has all these like witch decorations and shit.
witch. It's something that I've always been drawn to, even before I considered myself a witch, even before I was fully practicing. Because I have been practicing for well over a decade now, and because it's something that I took extremely seriously.
Are you
from
good at
the
it yet?
beginning that I realized that this is where Spirit was calling me. I do have a lot of experience in terms of I have taken many classes.
This isn't the one I thought it was. Hold on. This is really on the fly. I actually have a link. Hold on. Let me go to my prep sheet. Here it is. It's about her deck. Her dick? No, her dick. I do have prep. All right, this is the one I want to show you.
Howdy y'all, and thanks for being here. Today's message is coming to you from the Fairies Oracle deck. As you can see, my deck is well used.
Her deck is well used.
You see, a heavy. It could be connected to the barred door. The door does not
This
budge.
box is pretty banged up, but this
The
deck was
cobalt,
my
blue,
very
old
first
cobalt.
deck.
It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be old.
This is her no nonsense deck. A lot of times she uses her nonsense decks. She has most of her decks are like nonsense decks. Like if a friend wants a reading or she's charging someone, she uses like her fuck around deck. This one's brutally honest, y'all. This one's brutally honest, y'all.
But listen, we're here for a message, so if you've come across this video, this message.
Look at this hand. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think that this skin's from some feet? Okay.
Ew, gross.
I mean, it's... Fuck. This is giving me rheumatoid arthritis. I'm losing it. You shouldn't have to ask somebody to lower their wrist to see what their tattoo is. Unless this is one of
The
those Mad
same
Magazine
small,
things.
heavy door.
You have to
No
pull
lock
apart.
in sight.
And then it becomes something else. This is gross.
The door has withstood you.
Below,
bro,
in the
she can't
union
even
box,
fold.
was there something behind the window? In the hawthorn
This
branches,
bitch
no one
shuffles
knows.
cards.
It is a fleeting feeling.
Jesus Christ. She looks like she juggles cards.
Okay, now I'll check it out.
It's you're inflamed. You're inflamed. Somebody's got a popper. To the juicing room. It's thick. It's pretty thick. I don't know if we should be. I mean, when was the last time we saw the rest
checked
of
out.
this necklace? Yikes. Sorry. I'm being very fucked up.
Message is likely for you. Let's cleanse these cards.
What's on them? What's on them? Just some leftover quesadilla from you and your boy.
What message do we need to hear from the fairies today?
None?
What guidance?
Oh, she lit some incense or something? This is
Okay.
I don't even know.
Green woman.
I don't know why this is so difficult.
Fuck.
She got something to say.
Ugh. Look at that shitty shuffle.
Cards don't pop out for me very often when I'm shuffling, so even even at the
Why not?
same time, I'm
Small,
like, okay,
heavy door.
that means
No
something.
lock in sight.
Look at this shit shuffle.
You kick it.
I mean, these
The door
cards
below.
are big
No
as
one
fucking
knows.
twin mattress.
It is a fleeting feeling.
If you can't shuffle, like, just do a one hand, like
The
whatever
same
that shuffle
small,
is where you do it
heavy
like
door.
this.
No lock in sight.
Because this is not work. This is not.
So when a card pops out, I tend to listen.
And there's just like
This
20
door's a
cards
bully.
going by.
The same small,
The
heavy
ones that
door.
are stuck together
No
are still
lock
stuck
in
together
sight.
every time she shuffles.
Let's put our energy into these cards.
You kick it.
Look
Go.
at this.
Message for the viewer.
This is for all
The
of them.
same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Fuck you, door.
Unity. Okay. Oh. And gotcha. But upside down. This is the gotcha card.
No
The
whammies, no
same
whammies,
small,
no whammies.
heavy door.
Fuck.
No lock in in sight.
Gotcha.
All right.
So
we have the Green Woman, Unity.
See if drinking helps, because it almost never does.
Which is like the opposite of a gotcha.
So the Green Woman is our wild woman. I am getting very much the energy that some of you are in a real creative flow right now.
I am.
Oh, yeah?
I am. This is one of my best shows. It's going really, really well. Did you see the copyright stuff earlier?
You are really just not, you're like not giving an F what anyone else thinks. Like, you are doing your own thing. You are out here being creative. You are out here being
The same
yourself.
small,
And
heavy
this part
door.
is to let you know
No.
that energy is going to pay off for you.
I haven't always been this way.
The same small, heavy door.
Also remind you
No
that our
lock in
connections to
sight.
others are important. So while we definitely want to remain true to ourselves in all ways, I mean, be this wild woman if that's who you are.
It is. I've always felt I'm one of the wildest.
The same small,
be this
heavy
wild
door.
thing.
No lock
But
in
also
sight.
that our connection to others is extremely important, and this card is here to let you know that
You kick
cooperation,
it. The door.
seeking help
It's
from
the same as like horoscopes. It's just like all this shit fits everyone.
The same small,
Every
heavy door.
card fits and
No
everything
lock in
revolves
sight.
around love, money, and health. Love, money, and health. It's all just choose your own adventure of that. It's a Mad Lib. We're pulling cards out of a deck.
The same small, heavy door.
Says you're gonna
No
meet
lock
somebody
in sight.
and come into money.
This roll is impossible.
This one says you might get sick. You might get sick, but then there's gonna be money that comes to help you build.
The same small, heavy door.
Someone you
No
love is
lock
going to
in sight.
You in a divorce? The good news is you're gonna come into
others, not having
You
to do
kick it.
everything on
The door
your
has
own,
a
finding
below
your spiritual
in the union
siblings.
box.
This card is here
Was
to
there something
remind
behind
us
the
that
you
you
are
know,
a numb,
finding the right
imprecise
people,
instrument
finding your
to ignore
people
this feeling.
is important. That sense of cooperation and that sense of unity that you feel is going to help you build on not only your own character but the successes that you have
The
coming your
same
way.
small,
You know,
heavy
and
door. No lock in sight.
Fuck.
Ah.
Did you just fart? What was that?
is that you have coming your way. You know, in the book
The
Cast
same
Cradle,
small,
Kurt
heavy door.
Vonnegut talks about
No
something,
lock
a
in
caress,
sight.
which is
Alright, I'm just gonna give up on it.
Until they bring juice at Denny.
basically like the group of people
A giraffe.
The same small,
animal.
heavy door.
that you
No lock in sight.
were sort of meant to be connected to know in some way. So this card to me is all about developing your caress, finding your people.
The
So
same
be your
small,
wild
heavy
self.
door.
Continue
No
this
lock
creative
in sight.
growth. It is going to pay off. But also, let's build a community, okay? This card, the gotcha card in reverse. This card is very
Am I
much...
supposed to be wild or buckle down and build a community?
The same
is a
small,
lot.
heavy door.
This is a
No
lot
lock
for me.
in sight.
warning about stagnation and about like not staying in the same place. And I think right now the energy that I'm getting from this entire spread is you are not
The
stagnant
same
right now.
small,
That is not
heavy
the
door.
case. But this
No
is a
lock
warning.
in sight.
All these people call energy whatever the fuck they think of. Basically, like they're just their creative writing class. You know what vibes I'm getting right now?
The same small, heavy door. No
Get
lock
that way.
in
And I
sight.
think that if you don't you know, interact with others, if you don't find your core group of people, if you don't,
I guess it doesn't matter if I've explored the whole world.
The same thing over and
The same small, heavy door.
I've gotten everywhere that I can, and this isn't going anywhere.
all this wildness and creativity and all the things that are springing forth out of you, because you are a very...
The stuff that's springing forth out of you is pus. It's pus.
If only I could get Kim to help.
You ain't supposed to be springing.
very vibrant person. Even that will grow old if you have to do it alone forever. So I
Is
think
that one on the right, April? Woods Girl?
that's what this one
Wasn't she called Green Woods Girl?
part is about.
Hi.
We do not do the second step here of finding that unity, that solidarity with...
I think those are fallopian tubes.
Alright, Kim, I gotta go all the way across town.
Yes. The woman on the right, it's like Chinese. It goes right to left. The woman on the right got knocked up by Tukey. You can see it here. April fucked Tukey. And his seed went
We're probably gonna call it as well. And then get up in the morning and watch Biggest Problem, as well as do some more gaming.
And what springed forth, and it's this way because that's how it would come out of her vagine. And what sprung forth is a demon child that's half green, half April. And if you look closely, this isn't evident immediately.
It's getting cold. This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, officer.
Instead of hair,
We'll meet in front of the shack.
and it's being a nest. And you can see that it actually looks like a pretty
April looks
On the
like a
table,
really cool
you see a
bird
bowl
today.
of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror.
then we will
A straight
eventually
razor soaks
stagnate.
inside the
And
wash
that is
basin.
not what we
The
want,
water
because we wanna
reflects
keep
back
this
a vague
beautiful
image
spirit
of your
going.
face.
See, anybody
No,
can read
you'll be
tarot
looking
cards.
like a pansy without the chops.
Anybody can
A fucking act like an
Are we
artist with
gonna
a
do
brush
that? We're
or a
gonna do
master
that by
swordsman.
connecting
You
with
use the
other
small mirror
beautiful
and the straight razor with some
I
soap
gotta see
to
another one.
remove
Are we
all
enjoying
that
this? Let's
unkempt
watch
hair
her.
from below the nose line.
Read some more cards.
The sharp blade chafes
Full moon
against your
reading
skin,
about
reducing the
relationships.
scratching sound.
Full
They feel so
harvest
smooth,
moon.
surprisingly so.
Healing
A
review
feeling of
of Golden
freshness
Girls
overcomes you,
tarot deck.
as if you
Okay.
just came from a cold bath.
Howdy, y'all.
I'm a different person now.
I just wanted to.
Rain the planet. Rock
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. You almost look like your face, such as it is, a regular human face.
Ate my way
Sans
down the buffet
expression.
and back up again. My heart is blue. There is barely any oxygen. Thank you for eating at Rick.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is pure. You're a pal and a confidant.
Carmen Sandiego wants her hat back.
Rude.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still,
Have you
you've
ever
earned
heard the song?
Across the room,
You're
the heating
way
system hums
the
its soft
fuck up.
lullaby.
It invited everyone.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in
Recorded
She really
in
went
you
off on that one.
forever.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. On and on it goes. For untold,
Behold, there are millions of them down there.
it's the world, Harry boy. And you can never forget this shit.
That should be the thing. How long have we done? Okay, I want to make sure before we go that
All stuck.
You're the son of the world again. Harry Stuck.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things.
You'll go insane if you keep
For the money, for the greater good, forever gone.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. There he goes again.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
And if you, it's
beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry.
Do it for the picture.
Okay.
Put it all to. Hey, Moneymouth. Eendrak, the impeccable hustler provider
Spectre,
of the seventh generation.
First of all, it's ironic
It's
on the night the
showtime
music died.
with Savvy.
I don't think we did do this.
What? No.
It's
Screw
ironic
that
on the night
shit
the
show.
music dies.
That's
that
right.
The guy
It's
with the
time
guitar
to stop
name.
muttering about your economic self-interest and actually do
We've
something.
no more music on the program if you missed it earlier.
Okay.
If you really want to make it in the, you need to become a millionaire. Now, how do you
Oh, he's here
become
too.
a
Shout out
millionaire?
to Spectre, you did it. You did it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Those
No, you've
guys,
already given
they're
money
all
is the
financially illiterate. The ancient Sumerian tribes, money is only one form of capital.
It's
Human
Phil
relation.
Spector.
Of course you don't. You've never
isn't that
even
with a
been
K?
close. But Savvy's
And the
got your
TOR,
back.
like Skeletor?
Okay.
Savvy's going to book you. Are you in?
No, that's the point. You've already given.
The spirit of
Toon Darker.
ultra-liberalism. Your charm,
Today I'm here to
Attaboy.
review
Welcome
my
to the
music
final grind. Let's start by getting you into the
Like, how
lucrative
serious
art
would you
market
take this
to
bitch if she started reading
diversify
your
your
thing with a
assets
gold
and
and like,
increase your
oh
ROI.
no, you got the blanch.
Speaking of which,
You're a
know any
whore.
artists?
I too believe in the
Artists?
benefit
Yeah,
of tarot
Sydney.
cards. Yum yum, super tasty. My favorite part of fried chicken wings is eating the whore.
You're right. She has the poise. Go and
Cash says
support her
it's
like the
potentially
state
criminal.
never could. Everyone must know that you're a big fucking
Oh God.
Okay.
It's too good. It's really too good.
It's a very small pack. Let's see. Okay, it comes with no book, which I don't love.
I like my interactions with other planes of existence to come with instructions.
I'm a new man, Kim.
Because sometimes you don't even know what you're supposed to do. You don't even know what you're supposed to do sometimes. All right, this is wild.
Good morning.
It's a Spectre NS5 super sticker, a $50 super sticker. Again, it defeats the point, but thank you for your generosity. This is a show we give back to you. Is there anything you want to see? Maybe we didn't show that earlier.
Oh.
Did we not show it at the beginning of the show,
Huh.
Spectre? Have you been here Anyway, the point is this. Why is it orange? Why is it pink in the chat and orange on the screen? Because orange is like, let's see what it shows up in the super tip system. Have you guys seen the super tip system? What are we, hold on, did he change his whole name? Did he change the spelling of his name now? It used to be different, no? I don't know what's happening. No, in the chat, it's pink. I know this.
Alrighty.
We had to code it. And then look, when I put it on the screen, it's orange. Look, we can put them up together. Look, that's not the same. And the super sticker on the bottom, that's the super tip system. That's the color it is in the YouTube chat. And then up top, why is it orange? Why does orange? Do a $500 one and see what color it is. Aaron, like when Aaron gets people to test PayPal. Hey guys, donate $500 real quick and let me see something. Guys, I'm trying to see something. I gotta see what's on the decks besides. No, but see. Okay, let's do another one. Are you doing a thing where you're just lining up birds on the top of the? You've done, and by the way, it's just making me angry that things aren't coming through the super tip. Jesus Christ. You know, you're giving YouTube so much money. This is angry.
Maybe you need a better Moody. Maybe need one that codes better. I don't know.
What do you want to see, Spectre? Come on. You gotta stop. You're making movie C.
He does it better than I ever could.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I want to work on how do we get the animation on the screen?
Who are those dorks?
How do we get that sticker to come up on the screen? We may be working on something over the tip. That's what we call super tip now, the tip. And then we tell our whole marketing
Hello
strategy
again,
is going to be
esteemed
called
officer,
just the tip.
and welcome to Crime.
It's going to be fucking...
A small mountain of colorful balls.
Hi, Ace Detective.
For anyone
Are you
who's a
here for
beginner,
more?
I feel like a book is always a good thing to have. But I guess we're gonna
The display rack
he
is
said
brimming
his
with
credit card won't let him work on super tip. Whoa. That doesn't make any sense. We'd love to know what bank that
shelves
is.
filled to the brim with crime
That's
novels
wild.
featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective Dick Mullen.
We don't want anybody excluded from giving us all your money.
Okay, I'm already obsessed.
Wait, map. There it is.
The back of the
Several
card is
maps
just
have
so,
been
like,
attached. The maps look old.
Map of Martinez.
Florida? Am
This
I
could
wrong?
work, maybe.
Okay, let's see.
Like the show.
The Fool, the Magician, yes.
Always good to be
The High
informed of your
Priestess.
surroundings.
Oh my gosh, I could go through these cards. The
I'm
Empress.
sorry, officer. The map
The
of Martinez
Emperor.
is the only one available.
These are
The other two are
great.
not
How many
for
of these
sale
are
anymore.
Dorothy?
And they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. That old thing.
The Chariot.
From when
I
some...
love
The place does not look
Oh my
like
God,
a
these are
success.
They
incredible.
didn't get that far.
Okay, so I'm gonna look through
This
these.
large map is ozone,
I mean,
disintegrated.
you
In the
can't
northeast,
miss
a
this
dust
up.
mite
These are
stand. The
wonderful.
ocean connection
I
style.
feel
You
like-
have little idea what they are.
Just
Perhaps they are gods.
Listen,
The
I
north
think
coast
if
to the
you're a
east,
Golden
rolling
Girls fan,
Hudon.
these are only, like,
It's somewhere to
you
live.
can order them for
Not bad. It's so small you can't even know.
She's definitely
This-
got like hundreds of these, right? They clutter up her whole house.
Hooray! I have map now.
This is rough.
How to get here? They weren't like overnight or anything like that. But this is the death card, y'all. B. Arthur, can we just?
Can we even? Hello, girl.
Oh Lord, the devil. It's perfect. I'm a big fan of Blanche.
I'm a big fan of blanching your skin. Peeling it gently and then stewing your inside. At least it's the right color over on the super tip system. Thank you. You fucking...
Personally, the tower is shade points. Like, that's so good. Okay, so my impression of the
Hello
deck so
again,
far is
officers.
hilarious.
Have you
It is
come to admire my mural?
Rose, of course.
What do I care about some fucking
I
tin
love the major
eggshells?
arcana. They're really good. Most of
I
the
gotta watch it. You know what we gotta watch?
Ugh,
I gotta see
all
what
right, sad piggy. I'll give you this one.
Could that well have been Little Lily? It's not a bad place to split.
Could have been her. Small
I know
kid,
there's a
with
million
giant white eye.
witchy
What's
bitches in the
that? The piggy's looking to get into.
The lieutenant straight. No one speaks to a police officer in that tone. She stares at you
Everything you need to know about
fearlessly,
tarot cards,
waiting
right?
for a response.
Oh boy. This is exactly what I had in mind. I accidentally clicked it.
This little persona will. The whole point of Graffitio being on the street is.
There has to be a way to
I don't have a price. If I wanted to haul myself out, they'd be delighted to get their hands on a squealing pink thing like you.
Bobby
Perfect.
Long.
She isn't interested.
38,000
All the more reason to-
subs.
Your partner here gets it. Anything else? Like
Hello, my magical beings. I just wanted to start off this.
just an ordinary
Hello,
woman. Nothing to see here.
my magical beans.
Video with a big thanks to Goddess Provisions. They sent me this incredible subscription box with.
You know, she makes her own deodorant like Gary Jane. It doesn't smell half as good.
Candles, by the way, smell so damn good. Anywhere from beauty products to crystals and stones that could help with my everyday prep.
This stuff's keeping girls poor. It really is. Crystals and stones. Rocks are free, whore.
True.
Get outside and pick some up. They're fucking free. Get a rock tumbler on Amazon. Jeez, you can make this out of acrylic in a beehive. What is going on? This stuff is... This is a red flag. I mean, run away from these chick and mines. They're all. She's not like if she'd start
Just an ordinary wall.
absolutely.
Nothing to see here.
She'd eat them.
You have no
She'd
clue.
mostly eat them.
Fuck you.
Oh fucking hell.
42's high.
Spectre with this is getting too much. Come on.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing. You have no clue. It's just a wall.
My
So
Citizens
many
debit card
walls
won't work,
all
but my
over
credit cards will. Great show.
Where
Big
the
stuff.
wall
Look, you don't. You don't.
They're paint peeling.
All right, we're gonna have to look into Citizens Bank.
Fuck you.
Can you do me a favor since you're already logged in and owe me?
Just an ordinary wall. Yeah. Why?
Try to run your Citizens one through, so that we get like an error on our end, and I can make
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. You have no clue.
Why? Why am I roll so bad?
Why it failed.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing, because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. All the other walls on all the other houses must make. Oh, wall father.
Practice or just.
Hold on, somebody said
Huh?
HSBC also.
He sounds tough. You already
rejects
have
the
the
tip.
heavy fuel oil to
if you
use
could
as
run,
paint.
try to run that
It's
through
red.
tonight, so I can
And
look at
Cindy
one
the
show and
Skull
see what
has
fails.
a paintbrush.
If anybody has
Sure.
an HSBC,
If you must.
do it for whatever the $3 or whatever in case it goes through. But if you have a card you know fails, please try to run it on this show. Not even a scam. Not
Hello
even a bit.
again,
If it goes
officers.
through, it's an
Have you
accident.
come
I'll
to
happily
admire my
refund you.
mural?
It's a
What
scam.
for?
It's a scam.
Overall can help with, raising my vibration. Along with all
Well,
the goodies in the box,
if
they
it's
also
How
art,
nutty is this bitch?
But what kind of art are we
This is probably a
talking
good
about?
time.
send you this card that describes every single item and where each item is from.
Could you put up with her long enough to get there?
So if you're interested in getting a magical treat once a
Sounds
month
like
or
you're
just in the
just
market
about
for a
to
new
live
candle,
out your
check out my link in the
self-pity,
bio.
not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my country. There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you.
Any ideas?
Because you suck in life and in everything.
This is already making me nauseous. This whole experience. If you had
Why
headphones
is this
on,
like
you're,
this?
Disoriented like me.
I'm really excited to be doing this video. I have been working with tarot for many years. The first time that I picked up a tarot deck was when I was...
Hello again, officers. Have you...
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow. She squints her eyes.
In middle school, I always knew that I was drawn to tarot
On
cards.
fire.
However, I did not know how to use them. I did not know how
I
to
say, sod
I
off.
have fantasized about
You
throwing
don't
this
have
woman's
the technical skills to do that.
entire hands into an MRI
I like your
machine and
idea.
turning it on.
Should have thought of it myself.
Just so many trinkets. Look at this. Look at this fucking idiot. If this works,
Then get
keep
your
the money.
brush.
LOL. Why did you try
My
to do
apologies.
100?
I guess I was trying too hard.
Just do
You're a
3.
police officer, and a
You
grown
guys
up.
are weird, man.
Why are you trying to impress
So hold
her?
on, this is your
Maybe
Citizens
try
Bank
different.
then? And it worked. I didn't say try to do it for 100. You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts.
My favorite part of fried chicken wings is eating the horn.
Hey.
Hello again, officers.
to work with
Have
them.
you come
I was
to
not
admire
further
my
along
mural?
with my spiritual journey. I was
No,
not.
I definitely would. I'm not saying I wouldn't. You know? But I couldn't imagine, like, ever calling her again.
Yeah, right, and there's no way I'm gonna make this one either.
Hello again, officers.
Suggestion? I don't have any suggestion.
These cards, that may be a reason why you are here today. You may have been gifted a tarot card deck, may just need some sort of guidance on how to begin, or you may just be interested in how somebody else uses
Now he doesn't have the 100 in his bank account to pay off the 100 on the credit card that he gave. Got him! Fucking great. This is great.
tarot and what their relationship is with tarot. Regardless of the reason, I am so happy that you're here today, and I hope that this video serves you well. But I do want to disclaim that what I am doing and how I work with tarot cards is not the only way. It is not.
When I wanted somebody to explain tarot to me, this is exactly what I meant. I don't actually want to learn anything. I want to see what she thinks it is.
A wrong way, it is not the only right way for you.
Right.
Most people use tarot cards for some sort of guidance, whether that be a spiritual guidance, guidance within meditation, guidance for some sort of question that they have in their life. Generally speaking, if you were to look it up on Google, I'm sure that tarot cards are said to predict the future. Do I believe that tarot cards are actually a finite prediction of the future? No, I do not. I do not believe that tarot cards are going
Do I hear in her...
What, does this not work?
Like, Audio Jungle.
give you the exact prediction of your future. However, I do believe that tarot cards put a more meaningful perspective on the past. They give you a great understanding of the present, and they really reveal alternatives that exist for the future. They can bring your consciousness to the past to actually learn from
Wait, why is my suggestion -1?
or understand
how many
Ah.
How many cuts?
There.
Just cut.
Hello
Like
again,
Ty Rivera.
officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Yeah. Sure, she's all draped up in ironic detachment. But
You know, like
everyone's
somebody
gotta
that is bullshitting you when it's cut. You know, it's the same thing with Biden and Kamala.
Great. You didn't
That's why
fall
they all,
into the artwork
everything got
continues.
edited because they can't.
I already told
They
you.
can't
Turn it
even
around.
bullshit themselves
It's
long
the
enough
seller
to like.
who wields the power
on
in
your
this
mental
relationship.
being. And I think that tarot cards are a really good aid. You can use these cards and really understanding how you can bring consciousness
you're
to the present,
manipulating
how to go
me.
about certain daily
I do
actions,
like to
and they can
chance to
really
rip
help
off
you
some
with
stupid
present
figures.
situations. Maybe you're
And
completely
okay,
lost, just need
whatever,
something to
Piggy.
stimulate your
Time
consciousness.
to
And tarot cards are a great way of bringing that consciousness
Even the
to the
lieutenant.
present.
There's no difference
Happy?
Interesting.
between
You can
any
immediately
of
see
this
what.
stuff and the way it
Remember,
works.
this is a buyer's market. You're the one
Cults,
who's in charge of pricing.
religions, tarot cards,
She juts
the
out
green
her hand,
movement,
letting you examine the piece.
Well, Piggo, what do you...
This tension
ecology.
in these strokes of genius. A desire. It's one of those ink blot tests.
It all like brain.
An
It all like
invitation to
takes the
connect
same
with
part
the
of
divine.
you. Like it becomes intertwined with morality.
Yeah,
And it's so
whatever.
important.
Spaces, bodies, shit.
And it just like
Hit me with that
assumes
lingo.
what you are, what you believe, what you stand for.
as well as the past and
Signature?
the future. And again, I
Oh,
really
yeah,
appreciate the fact that
Pigster.
tarot cards
I
can
sneezed
reveal
while
these
holding a wet
possibilities
brush.
for the futures
Hey,
or even
flex
alternatives.
onto the
For
canvas,
example, the
and
other day I was
voila!
reading my tarot
You
and I
don't
came
get
across
more
a card
signature
that
than
told me
that.
that I could be making very foolish decisions in the future, and this could
That's
lead
what
to my
I
ultimate
said,
downfall.
Piglet.
Downfall of maybe my spiritual being, my mental health. I do not
Suit
know. I
yourself.
went in for a
If you talk to a
Sure,
girl and she
Piggo.
mentions her mental health
67.
on the first date,
Remember, this isn't
Run!
about the art or the artist.
run.
This needless purchase implies your excessive wealth.
You know,
Art
because I feel
comes
like
across as more
every
tasteful
every
than simply hanging
group
cash
throughout
on the wall.
history, every culture, every
Ask away.
people
Suit yourself.
had a religion, and like people don't have that now, so they move on to other shit.
Hello
And
again,
it all, like,
officers.
Sure, Piggo.
woke
She just
takes
Well,
its place.
this is one of those.
Again, like
It's a
like being
sign.
green takes
Better
its
pay up.
place.
Her
Tarot
impulse.
takes
What
its place.
about it? All right, can't complain about that.
Whatever cause,
got your-
whatever movement, whatever your new
Splendid.
god becomes.
Your first
like this
physical asset. But no time to
all-consuming
stop.
thing, and again, it really
Money
like it
grows
has
old
to
unless
be
it keeps moving.
all-consuming, and it has
You
to
need to
somehow
find
get
a buyer,
intertwined with morality.
preferably someone who who
where
were paid
you start
by...
judging
Nah.
other people who don't do
She'd
stuff
probably
the way
send the
you
entire Wild Pines legal team
do it.
after you. Doing
And it's like,
business
if
with
you're honest,
communist
most
dictationships
recycling
only
programs in the
works
United
if
States,
you've
at
got...
least,
There must be someone around here
complete
with
bullshit.
heavy
All your shit's
pockets
going to
and an
landfill.
interest in... Yes,
Facts.
if you know what to listen for.
You feel good.
I got
and
some
you
vibes
judge
from that
people who
container
don't.
you
It's
moved
just like
with the
it's
crane
like
in the harbor.
we do a
Let's
lot
see
of that, like
what's inside.
patting
Look
ourselves
at
on
us,
the back for
coming
justice.
to an agreement.
Okay, sure.
It's like you don't
I'm
really
in a
believe
good
what you
mood
say. You
and
believe-
I
you like
need an
being a
aircraft
bully.
carrier. So
Like being
what?
part of something. I bet she says breed me the guy she bangs.
Have you got any
Jesus
kids?
Christ.
But fine.
Fill it
Take
up.
a brush.
Make
You
it
know
a
what
puddle.
you've got in that fuel canister you
General
scavenged from your
reading on
container?
myself, no
Red
specific
dyed
question
heavy
asked.
fuel.
She's tattooed 9 different guys.
Hell yeah, I
names on
do.
her inner lip, 100%.
I'll get into the two types of readings that I usually use, but I'm so thankful. This gave me the idea to really, kick my ass in gear and realize that the
Ooh.
actions that I'm making right now can ultimately lead to a downfall of myself in some way or some form. And by bringing consciousness to this, I can then, put improvements in my everyday life so I don't go down a downward spiral. But this is my own
Too late.
intuition, and this is my own idea of what this
All
tarot
right.
meant to me. And it
I can't believe this chick fucked 100 guys in 14 hours.
The paintbrush in your hands like a loaded revolver. What will it be,
With that, I want
Desperado?
to get into
Quite a
using
few
your
things
intuition
come to
while
mind.
also the actual meaning of each card that the author actually gave you. So each tarot deck obviously has an author and an illustrator, whether they be the same person or two different people. The author of these cards.
We've got
I guess we'll sleep and think on it.
Got to make a Dabbleverse tarot deck.
Thank you everyone for joining me. No chatters this time, but either way, I appreciate if you like, and
We've got to.
either way, we'll see you next time.
It's only appropriate. I'll be the fool.
Has accumulated past experiences and has seen some sort of trend between things in their lives. They have made each card with a specific intent, and these intents are
Oh
shown.
no, Kate Meany can be the slut.